heroes of all time.
Special guests.
You serious?
And you. Wake up.
For what?
It's time for T-Bone and Tyvis.
Good morning, go to hell. What's up? I'm T-Bone. He's Tyvis. Hello, Tyvis, pal. How are you?
I am fantastic this morning.
Yeah?
Yeah. Woke up, showered, got ready for TV. Did my morning hit. Got one more to go.
10 TV. You can see Tyvis at 5:42 and 6:42.
No, 5:45, 6:42.
Yeah.
There we go.
See him in 41 minutes. 40-ish minutes. I don't know what
You'll
time.
see me after our 6:30 segment. You'll see me get up and sprint out of here.
Yeah, if you go watch on the YouTube channel, you can see that. But yeah, he does TV every morning. A couple hits over there. So yeah, we will have Tyvis doing that. Also, from 10 TV, Meredith Carfallo will jump in here at 8:30. The winter weather, you may have heard, it's getting bad. So we're going to get a little update from her on the latest, what we can expect in Central Ohio. Supposedly down south, it's going to be like, it could be
a full-blown panic down there.
They're saying there's parts of like Alabama and Mississippi, North Carolina, Georgia, Tennessee, that whole area. There's parts where they could get 2 or 3 inches of ice, potential, like ice, 2 to 3 inches thick.
It's going to shut the city down.
No, well, we don't like ice. That's bad. I don't like that. So we've got all that to talk about. Plus, this whole thing, Jackets are playing tonight. We're going to talk with Rick Bowness, find out who's going in net tonight. Among other things, we'll be joined by him at 7:30. But I want to start off here, Tyvis. Curt Cignetti sent a message to Ryan Day the other day. Now, he didn't address it to Ryan Day. He didn't go in and say, Ryan Day, listen up. But I'm telling you, Ryan Day, if you're listening, I hope you heard these comments because I think it unlocks something that is much bigger than what Curt Cignetti's talking about. This is from the day after they won the national championship, obviously Monday night. Great victory for Indiana. We've been hearing about it all week. And we're going to hear about it all off season long, right? Can they defend this title? Is this something that is built for years, or was this just one magical run? Who knows? We got 8 months to think about that, and then the whole football season to talk about it. But Curt Cignetti said this about special teams, because obviously they had a punt block that was returned for a touchdown or fallen on in the end zone for a touchdown. Here's Curt Cignetti talking about the importance of special teams.
Everybody has to buy in on teams. Because a special teams play, a big special teams play can change the momentum of a game more so than, offense or defense. And look, if you don't buy in on teams, then you're not going to be on this team because, it's a play for our football team. But you're right, it doesn't quite get the media play that maybe offense or defense does.
Yeah. All right.
Well, I hate you.
Why do you hate me? Why do you hate me?
Why would you do this?
What do you mean, why would I do this? Curt Cignetti is talking about special teams, right? And we know special teams matter, but yet around here, we have not put an emphasis on it. And here's a question I have. I just want to know, this is a very simple question. Why not? Why not?
I don't think that's not fair.
What do you mean it's not fair?
I wouldn't say that they didn't put an emphasis on it. Because think about who the players that's like 2 years ago, they took one of their best players and made him the returner, Caleb Downs.
Sure.
Last year, they put Brandon Ennis there, who is a starting guy. So, they're trying to put athletes back there, like their best players back there. They're just not getting it done. Now, when it comes to the punt block, that has to be schemed up. You have to have a guy who truly can look at punt. Like we had a guy who, Bill Bush, my last year here, his only job was to look at special teams, look at punt, and see how can we come up with a punt block every game. And he actually did a pretty good job. I don't know if we blocked any punts that year, but, man, we was close. He used to scheme it up really good. Now, if you're talking about we need guys for that, I agree with you. And I'm sure somebody is designated over there to be doing those things. They're not getting the job done. Now, that's a totally different thing. The fact that I don't think there's not an emphasis. I just think the people that's in charge aren't getting it done.
All right, but let's take it to like a different angle. If it was, let's say, I guess we've all had our problems with the offense this year, right? But let's in general, we are talking about being the greatest offense, not being a really good offense. Ohio State's offense has been pretty good, right? We can say that. But like if every year you brought in a quarterback, and every year that quarterback could not throw the football, like could not read a defense, couldn't make throws, got worse as the season went. Like what Michigan had with Bryce Underwood this year.
Then it'd be time to look at the quarterback coach and get a change.
Well, yes, but if the answer was, well, they've got guys there that really care about it and are trying, yes, but they're not getting the job done. And
then you need a change.
Yeah, the emphasis is not on it. And what I don't understand is, because I'm not just talking about punt block and all that stuff, but Curt Cignetti brought this up because someone asked him, like, how important was it? And he echoed a sentiment that I feel like Jim Tressel used to say all the time, which is like, it's 1/3 of the game.
Yeah.
Obviously, you don't have the ball as much on that. It's not a possession time thing, but that's a phase of the game that matters. And the reason I'm bringing this up, I guess, is because if we're talking about the margins, Ohio State is always going to have the talent that rivals anyone in the country, right? It's always going to have top 5 classes, top 10 classes.
I don't know about that. We'll see.
It's supposed
the way things is going nowadays.
Tyvis,
nothing's guaranteed.
Are you joining the Lunatic Fringe?
That
sounds like a little Lunatic Fringe there.
It's getting, and not just for Ohio State, everybody in college sports.
It should be something still with the new landscape of football and all that, college football being NIL portal heavy. Ohio State should be a top 5, top 10 talent team every single year. So that's never in doubt. So when people would bring up like, oh, Ohio State's been in the top 5, top 10, what are you mad about? It's like, well, they should be because they get that level of talent. It's the margins where you win. It's the margins where when you go against a great team, when you go against the best teams, that's where you got to win. The fact that like field goal kicking was just kind of an afterthought on this team. The fact that, yes, you don't see the type of emphasis put on special teams around here as I think you should. I feel like Curt Cignetti is, people are looking for all the answers on why Curt Cignetti won. And it's like, oh, because he had guys who were 30 years old playing on his team. And he had, like guys who played at 8 different schools and they know how to play football. Oh, he got a bunch of guys that he has had in the system at James Madison who stuck with him. Oh, now Mark Cuban money is there. They're spending in the portal. All those things can be true. But like that attention to detail, that's the difference between being really good and great. That's the difference between winning and losing a football game.
Do we have a special teams coordinator?
I'm sure they do. And I'm sure I don't know his name.
I don't know.
I hope it's not Bubba Ventrone. Hopefully he wasn't doing double duty for the Browns and the Buckeyes. But I just know this, like the fact that you had a field goal kicker who was nowhere close to acceptable enough for a place like that. Why do you not have the best field goal kicker in college football or top 3? Why do you not have a top 3 punter? Like things like that. They just went out.
They got one.
In the portal? The guy they just got? Yeah, go look up his resume.
Rob Keys.
Oh, yeah, Rob Keys is the special teams coordinator. That's right. I did know that. I just forgot it. Brady Young committed to Ohio State, former Houston, Christian, and Cincinnati punter. From what I understand, when he was at Cincinnati, did not see the field at all, transferred to Houston Christian, and was averaging like, I think, 42 yards a punt or something like that. Fine. I'm just saying I don't understand how Ohio State doesn't have, and hopefully they did. Hopefully this year with the transfer portal, right? They brought that kicker in from Baylor. Hopefully that
Connor
dude,
Hawkins.
That's a guy who, there's actually film of him hitting game-winning field goals. I hope that there's been a lesson learned because it's a bigger issue. When you don't put emphasis on the little things, sometimes then we lose the focus. And in that moment where you need, yes, should your offense be able to win by 20 most games? Of course. Should your defense be able to hold teams under 17 points like we talked about? Yes. But if you don't get that team to play to the level that it can in a certain game, your special teams can help. Special teams can create a play. They can kick a field goal for you. They can keep you in the game. Things like that matter when you're playing the best teams in the country. So I think it would be wise for us as Buckeye fans to not look at Curt Cignetti and go, this douchebag, I hate him. You can hate him all you want, but like he's a good football coach. He got the most out of a team that did not have the same talent on it that Ohio State had on it.
Some would argue that he's easily the best head coach in the sport right now.
He is the best head coach in the sport right now. I'm just saying, give him the built-in advantages of a Georgia, Ohio State, or Texas. Do you think it would have taken? It took him 2 years in Indiana. He might have come in year 1 and won at those places. But like, I'm just saying, he had no built-in advantages. Came in and built this in 2 years because he knows how to coach. Because he knows he has. And again, it was a perfect situation too. But those little details like that, him speaking on that and saying, yeah, this is a huge point of emphasis. Every coach says that. You can actually see it on his teams. You can actually see where the difference is. So that's something that I saw yesterday, and I thought we need to talk about that right off the bat.
Special teams.
Right off the special teams, special plays, baby. Let's go. Browns legend is calling out Baker Mayfield. You hear what he said next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning and welcome to your Thursday, folks. We are noticing our first crash, and it's happening over by Dublin. It's on 270, that northbound direction, just as you're passing 33 and 161, that intersection out there. The left shoulder currently blocked. We're not able to see the crash exactly because it is under a bridge and an overpass, but you know when you're passing that area, looking a lot clearer for your roads this morning. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
They're trained. They're prepared.
Let's do it.
They're Ohio's undefeated plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling team. And they're here to tackle your problems. For plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling, there's only one team. The Waterworks. Better care, better value, better results. Call the Waterworks at 614-232-2222 or visit them online at thewaterworks.com. A proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Hey, it's Matty Ice. Do you want to start the new year off in style? Well, then my buddies at McDaniel GM Superstore in Marion have just what you're looking for the best price around. You can lease a brand new 26 Chevy Silverado 1500 for just $319 a month for 36 months with only $3,879 due at signing, or you can save up to $14,000 off MSRP if you finance. Terms and restrictions apply. They're just off Route 23 on 95 in Marion, or you can visit McDanielGMSuperstore.com. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Let me ask you something. When's the last time a contractor did exactly what they said they would? On time, on budget, didn't give you any surprises at the end. With Baths R Us, there are no surprises. These folks started in Ohio and grew by word of mouth because they do it right the first time. On time, on budget. And here's the difference with Baths R Us. They have local crews, never subcontracted. The people who show up to your door, they're trained Baths R Us employees. They aren't just some random crew that got hired last week and has no idea what they're doing in your home. Whether you need a safer bathroom to stay independent or you just want a space you're proud of, Baths R Us builds it to last. That's Baths R Us. Call today and see what it's like to work with people who actually keep their promises. 380-225-BATH. That's to call Baths R Us and deal with a company that started right here in Ohio and grew by word of mouth. Because they treat people right. They do what they say they're going to do. 380-225-BATH to call Baths R Us. Baths R Us. Bathrooms you can trust. Call now.
Below freezing? Fire up the grill at Billiards Plus. The grilling season never ends. While you're grill shopping, you'll love browsing Central Ohio's largest selection of pool tables, game furniture, and shuffleboard. Family owned and operated. Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
No one plans to get into an accident, but when it happens, we strive in making life easier for you. This is Justin Hinderer. The Hinderer Motor Company Collision Center is ICAR certified and certified by many manufacturers to provide the best quality repair available. All of our repairs come with a lifetime warranty. We have our own 24/7 towing service so you never have to wait. Plus, we offer on-site rental cars for every lifestyle. At Hinderer Motor Company, we love what moves you.
From military life to a rewarding career in IT, kickstart your new journey in a matter of months in the fields of IT and cybersecurity, including AI. Learn more at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. Financial aid is available for qualified students, including VA benefits.
Hi, the Scott Antique Markets are back again at the Ohio Expo Center, featuring hundreds of vendors with collectibles and merchandise from all over the world. The market is one weekend monthly, November through March. Build your family heirlooms. You can find everything that gets old. Just take I-71 to exit 111 to enjoy America's favorite treasure hunt. Visit thescottantiquemarket.com for more information. Come join us at the Ohio Expo Center for the Scott Antique Markets. It's huge. It's the Scott Antique Markets this weekend.
Flexible, secure, fun. Oh, and great pay, too. Are you not sure what you want to do for a career? Or are you thinking of changing careers? Being a dental hygienist or dental assistant may be the perfect fit for you and provides all of these perks, plus more. Talk with a dentist in your community or visit ODA.org to learn more. Become a valuable member of the dental team and start helping people love their smile. This message is brought to you by the members of the Ohio Dental Association.
Jake Kugler's Buckeyes hit the road for a Big Ten battle with Michigan. Boom!
Live fan coverage starts Friday night at 7.
Every game, every season. Proud to be your flagship home of the Buckeyes. The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Wake-up temperatures will be in the 30s with breezy winds that will continue into the day today. Highs settling right around freezing with partly sunny skies. And then for tonight, mostly cloudy with overnight lows in the teens. For Friday, partly sunny and cold again with highs struggling to get into the teens and falling throughout the day. Eventually, those wind chills will yet again be below zero with gusty winds. So bundle up and stay warm. For the Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with a 10 weather impact forecast.
All the Ohio State conversation you can handle. The Buckeye Show.
Weeknights at 6.
Your Ohio State flagship station. The Fan. One of these guys still believes he can play in the NFL. It's Tebow. He says it's because of his low center of gravity. He's dumb. This is Bone and Tyvis.
I have Incarceration tickets to give away sometime this hour. Be listening for your chance to win. Of course, Incarceration Music Festival coming to Mansfield, the Ohio Reformatory. I believe that's July 17th, 18th, and 19th. More information at inkcarceration.com, inkcarceration.com. Tons of bands there. Limp Bizkit headlining, among many others. Should be a great time. We'll have those tickets to give away coming up sometime this hour. Rick Bones will join us in the 7 o'clock hour. We'll get the latest on the Jackets as they prepare tonight to take on Dallas down at Nationwide. Baker Mayfield, he had his little tweet yesterday. Dylan's a huge fan of Baker Mayfield. Love this tweet. But he basically said, I'm looking forward to playing Kevin Stefanski twice a year because the dude never called me or anything after he basically threw me out with the garbage. So I'm paraphrasing, but that's essentially what he said. Joe Thomas clapped back at him.
Oh, Joe.
And said this. He said, quote, I've heard that communication is a two-way street. There were no laws against you, Baker, sending Stefanski a text or calling him after you got traded. All right.
They are. Baker is a scorned lover.
That's true. He is a little bit. Now, can I say, though, a little bit on Joe Thomas? Like, is it on the person who gets shipped off? And look, we can say if we think that was right or wrong. I tend to think it was the right move to get rid of Baker because I don't think it was ever going to change here. But
they got that part right.
Yeah, getting rid of him, I think, was the right move. But can we also?
They got everything wrong after that, though. But they got that part right.
I'm just saying, like, if you had been in a committed relationship, Tyvis, and the woman comes up to you and says, "It's not working out. Sorry, but I'm seeing someone else. I got it. You got to go." And just like, that's it. Gives you a quick little breakup text, and that's it.
So if Laurencia says she's seeing someone else.
Sure. I don't want to put that on your relationship. I don't think that's ever going to happen, but I'm just saying.
If Laurencia came up to me and said, sorry, Tyvis, it's not working out. I'm seeing someone else.
Yes. And then like multiple years later, you've been in multiple other relationships since, something comes up about her and you're like, well, you know what? She never called or texted. I've never heard one from her. She left, didn't even talk to me since that. I think it would be weird if one of your friends was like, well, you could have called her. It's like, yeah, but she broke up with you. Like, I mean, to be fair to Baker, as much as I hate to do that, what are we talking about? Like, they traded you away. Why would he want to call Kevin Stefanski and be like, hey, coach, thanks for trading me away? Like, I don't know. I could see it being a little bit on the guy who traded you to reach out and say, hey, I'm sorry this happened.
I feel like when I talk to people about this subject matter, all the reporters and people that I know from, dealing with the Browns, they all tell me that, if I remember correctly, they all called Baker and he wouldn't answer the phone for anybody.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Now, see, that is good information.
That's what they say. Now, I don't know if per se Kevin per se was calling him, but they said that they kept calling him, and he once he like left and got the surgery, nobody could get him on the phone. So yeah, that's part of it as well. Which when I seen this, I'm like, huh. So I don't know who's right or who's wrong in this situation. At the end of the day, it's over. Like, it's years ago. It happened. Well, who cares?
Oh, it's not over now.
It's done.
It's never over. Are you kidding me?
It's done. They made a decision that you weren't the guy. That's part of the gig. You went somewhere else. You had some success.
No, he went somewhere else, and then he went somewhere else, and then he had some success.
Yes.
Sure.
Some success.
Sure.
I love how you threw in. That some was really
else, got paid.
Pointed.
Got paid his money. Had 2 back-to-back 4,000-yard seasons, and he'll get a chance to go up against the guy that didn't believe in him anymore.
Why does Baker?
Why is this a story?
Why does he deserve a call? Should Kevin Stefanski call DTR? Should he call Kenny Pickett? He traded those quarterbacks away. Do they deserve calls? Baker Mayfield deserves a call?
This is just a personal thought here. I'm not saying that this is the way it works in the NFL. I didn't play in the NFL. Tyvis, you did. However, if I am paid multiple millions of dollars a year to manage a roster of 53 people, like that's a decent size office. That's not the biggest office anybody's ever managed. Like for sure. And one of those guys has been like one of your main employees that you've worked with very closely for a number of years. And then that guy is let go. Yeah, I think you owe him a phone call. I think I'm saying I don't think that's a bad. Also, if he lets go, you're right. The third string safety or whatever, you should probably call that guy and be like, "Hey, man, I appreciate what you did for this organization. I'm sorry it didn't work out."
They ain't call me.
That was going to be my next question.
I am not saying. I didn't mean to say.
And that was it.
When I said third string safety, I didn't actually mean it directed at you. It just was literally the position that came up.
I did not talk to them head coaches still.
I'm just saying, like, I'm saying if I were an NFL head coach, that would be how I would do business. Now, maybe you're right. It may not be the way it's done in the NFL. Kevin Stefanski's not necessarily wrong for not doing it, but I do see Baker's point a little bit of. Now again, I think it shows exactly who Baker Mayfield is, though, doesn't it? Where the man lives to put chips on his shoulder. He goes and finds them.
That's all this is. The only difference between this and everything else is he just publicized it. I mean,
sure.
He could have literally, and it's, a lot of great people did that. Michael Jordan used to do that. LeBron does stuff like that. Like you go out there and you find some motivation and play hard. Obviously, you go out there and you're going up against them twice a year. You'll have that motivation. It'll be interesting to see how it goes. Can he get out of his own way, or will the Falcons use that against him? That's kind of the situation. To me, like, to make it public, it's just like it's okay, whatever. Like that's it to me. It's funny because it's like. You at this point, it was supposed to be, well, Baker has grown up. He has matured just so much.
He's never grown out of that.
Him getting traded from the Browns was the best thing that happened to his career because he found that edge again. He found that hunger and that passion again. And, he's done so well over these past 3 years where he hasn't really had any incidents or had anything that just went out. But this, just took all that, balled it up, and threw it in the garbage. Like, boom, he's back to what you thought he was to begin with, where he's just a hothead at times. And, some people like that, some people don't. To me, if I'm on Tampa Bay, I have Baker's back. If Baker get in that game and don't do well, I'm done with him. That's where I would be, because you're not about to sit here and make this big thing, talk about can't wait to see you, and then we go out here and lose this game and you don't play well. Like, that's, dude, they got something over you. They in your head. So to me, that's where this whole thing is. To me, he shouldn't have said nothing about it. He should have waited and maybe, I don't know, used it as, because they're going to bring it up. Obviously, he's going to get asked about it. He could have had that time to use it to talk about it and, enjoy my time in Cleveland. Things didn't work out. Looking forward to getting out there and going up against him twice a year.
So in the Baker Mayfield cycle, we are now in the criticized by media portion of it. We will get the ball out next for probably about the first month or two of next season. Then we will enter the next phase where he plays like crap.
I forget. Is the NFL schedule's not out yet, right? They don't do that until
May.
May, yeah, right.
They need to put this Falcons game week 1. If not, it's a missed opportunity.
If you don't think they're considering it, I'm sure after all this,
they're going to do the Browns-Falcons week 1.
They're going to tell. Well, they could do that too, right? But I would think either one.
Put them back to back.
Yeah,
exactly. Week 1 and week 2. I agree.
Back to back.
Yeah.
But
go ahead.
Then Baker can get the chip on his shoulder again when he's on a new team in 2027.
Wow.
I'll tell you
how
what.
Old is Baker anyway at this point?
I don't know, but Baker.
I'm looking it up.
Baker is in his contract year, and is Mike Evans retired?
I mean, he was hurt a lot last season, so I don't know if he's considering it or not.
His body might be retiring on him, whether or not he wants to retire. I mean, I think he came back though, didn't he, for a little bit?
He did.
Yeah. Baker, by the way, he'll be 31 in April. So
he got time.
Yeah, plenty. I mean, he's got a full another 5-6 years, I would think. That it's how old is Stafford now? 37. Yeah. So you can be that guy for the next 5 or 6 years if you are good enough. That's the big question with him is, can he be consistent enough to be a winner? I'm curious, Tyvis, what did you use for motivation? You're saying like all these guys get motivation. Did you find little nuggets to motivate you? Maybe you didn't put out publicly. Did you look for stuff like that?
My motivation was that I went undrafted.
Oh, okay. So that was it.
Yeah, but I mean, what more motivation do you need?
Well, see,
I had 32 teams pass on me 7 times. Like,
okay, but I would think like if on the flip side of that, if you're Baker Mayfield and you're the number 1 pick, your motivation is like, I got to live up to being the number 1 pick. Yeah, I got to, like I'm saying, I would think just that alone would be enough for a lot of guys, but clearly it's not. Clearly there are guys like.
Well, he's always had an underdog story where, wasn't he like a walk-on or had to try on?
I feel like that's right.
What was he at Texas Tech and then
like
transferred to Oklahoma and had to win the starting job there? And he just has a big underdog story. So, like, for him, he probably in the same mindset that I was in. It's like, no matter, like, nothing was ever given to you. You got to get it out the mud no matter what. Now, they gave him $25 million when he was the number 1.
Well, yeah, right. That's where that no one believed in me narrative. I used to get annoyed with Tim Tebow on that because you guys remember he
was like a 5-star, wasn't he?
Yes, and do you remember I forget if it what protein shake or something that he did this? It was some kind of like company that did, workout formulas, creatine, whatever. And he was doing commercials for it, and it was like they said I'd never make it as a high school player. And it's like, all right, well, you were homeschooled. I can understand that at first. I think he's like, they said I'd never play in college, and it's like, nope, that's wrong. You were literally
freshman.
You were in the All-America game, like you were on national TV.
They took Chris Leak
as a high school senior.
They kept taking Chris Leak out for him.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying, like, you were a 5-star recruit that in Mr. Football in Florida, I think, for 2 years, one of which you broke your leg, and they still let you be Mr. Football because you were so good when you didn't have a broken leg. So I just hate it when people try to be like, no one believed in Tim Tebow. Yes, they did. Now, when he got drafted in the first round, everyone said, I don't know if his game's going to translate to the NFL, and then it didn't. And so then everybody was right on that. Got to give it to the haters. The haters were correct there. 2 minutes away, we're going to debut a new game. It could be radio history or it could be terrible. You'll find out what the game is in 2 minutes. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, New Albany traffic definitely getting slower out there. Per usual, 161 eastbound by Beach Road down to 29 miles per hour. But now it's pretty interesting on 62 eastbound from Morse Road to Smiths Mill Road out there. Certain portions down to 27 miles per hour. So keep that in mind. No other concerns, though, around the metro this morning. Looking pretty average for your drive times. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Truck drivers, no matter where you want to take your career in 2026, Schneider has an opportunity for you. Our huge selection of driving jobs means you can get the home time that suits your schedule. Choose from daily, weekly, monthly, or sometime in between. Looking for more reliability on the road? Check out our new dedicated and regional van truckload opportunities. Don't miss out. Find your perfect driving job today at SchneiderJobs.com. That's SchneiderJobs.com.
If you win playing the new Ultimate $5 million scratch-off, you don't have to tell anyone. But there will be signs. Signs like courtside seats. Signs like a water slide attached to your bedroom. Signs like upgrading your clunker to something less clunky. With over $200 million in prizes and the best odds in Ohio history to win $5 million, this is your sign to play the Ultimate $5 million scratch-off. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
Enjoy more ways to save at Kroger, like low prices in every aisle. And you can clip and save more with digital coupons in the Kroger app. Plus, you can earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. So it's always easy to save big. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Fuel restrictions apply. See site for details.
Right now, you can save on Kroger brand 80% lean ground beef. 3-pound rolls are just $4.99 a pound with your card. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
If the sound of another man slammed against plexiglass turns you on, you've come to the right place. Proud to be your home for Jackets hockey. The Fan, Ohio sports destination. In terms of the Waffle House menu, Tyvis covered and smothered his opponents. Meanwhile, T-Bone is a chunk of hash who's often covered in gravy. I'm not sure what that means either. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
You can go to the Fan app right now. If you have it on your phone, just hit the record audio button. Now, if you have nothing to say, don't do this because that would be pointless. But if you have something you want to get off your chest, you want to yell at me, you want to tell Tyvis how awesome he is, you want to tell Dylan Baker Mayfield actually does not suck, and he's great, and Dylan is delusional. Whatever it is, something else, you can go there on the Fan app, just hit record audio. You got about 30 seconds where you can say whatever you want. You can keep it clean, not clean, I don't care. We can edit it if we need to. But when that comes in, we'll listen to it, and if we think it's good enough, we'll put it on the air. We'll play you back, so you can respond to us in real time that way. But it's crystal clear audio. It's great for us on the radio, and it's a chance for you to sound off. So you can do that now. Just hit the Fan app, record audio. You can do that. All right, Tyvis, you ready to play a brand new game that we just came up with? This is a game that we're going to play called That's Cap.
That's cap. Big talk with the facts at. Yeah. You snap, but the math don't match. That's cap. That's cap. You said you did this. You said you did that, but every little detail fall flat. That's cap. Whole story doing backflips. That's cap. You loud in the chat, but the proof came back, so we clap back, laugh like, bruh. That's cap. Yeah.
All right, Tyvis, you tell me. Cap or no cap on this? Bills owner Terry Pegula talked to the media for the first time in 6 years, and I think we now understand
why he don't talk to the media.
That was bad. So they fired Sean McDermott after, making the playoffs again, but they lost to Denver in overtime, and we know how that game went, right? It was very bad. Here is what he said about the game itself. He said, that was a bad call, and it should have been ruled a catch for us on the, who was it that? Brandon Cooks, right?
Cooks.
Had the catch. They ruled an interception. He said that was a catch. Let's play. Is that cap or no cap?
Cap.
You think it was a catch or it was not a catch?
No, I mean, I think they got it right.
Okay, so there's no cap there. There's no cap. Now we have this little bit where he said, I didn't make the decision to fire Sean McDermott because of that decision on the field. I fired him simply because it was the results over the many, many years. However, he also says that should have been a win for them because, that was a terrible call. And if that call doesn't go their way, they probably win that game. So he's saying, I didn't make the decision there in the locker room, but also that was a bad call. Do we believe that he just made that decision in the locker room only?
No.
So you're saying?
Cap.
That's cap.
Okay.
Yeah, that's cap.
Now, he also has audio of talking about drafting Keon Coleman, who was a guy who had discipline issues. They had all this stuff with Keon Coleman. Didn't work out, this draft pick. Here is what he said when actually GM, and now what is he, president of football ops, Brandon Beane, I want to say.
Yeah, they gave him a promotion this week for some reason.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know what's going on there.
Thoughts on that in a second. But here's what Terry Pegula said about drafting Keon Coleman.
Yeah, can I interrupt? I'll address the Keon situation. The coaching staff pushed to draft Keon. I'm not saying Brandon wouldn't have drafted him, but he wasn't his next choice. That was Brandon being a team player and taking advice of his coaching staff, who felt strongly about the player. And, he's taken, for some reason, heat over it and not saying a word about it. But I'm here to tell you the true story.
Tyvis, do we believe that? Do we believe that was on Sean McDermott? Now, before you make your call, I have another piece of audio to play for the courtroom here. This is from a documentary they did about the draft. The Bills put this out. It's from their media. This is GM Brandon Beane talking about the decision to draft Keon Coleman.
Basically, when I went to bed that night, I was like, it's Keon unless someone just blows us away. We didn't feel anything was attractive enough for us to pass up on Keon.
Okay. So do we believe this owner when he says it was all on Sean McDermott for drafting this problem receiver? Do we think that's cap or no cap?
Well, I mean, it's hard to go against that audio you just play. Listen, the fact of the matter is this. That team needed a wide receiver, right? And Keon Coleman at the time was probably, in their minds, the highest rated receiver that they can get at that time. So that's probably why they did it. he just didn't live up to expectation, and they got it wrong. Like, it's okay to just say we got it wrong. We missed. He wasn't what we thought he was, and we missed on that evaluation. We got to be better. And it's not just a coach's thing. It's a scouting department that missed. The GM missed. I mean, he gets the final say, and he looked at him, and he thought that he went to bed that night saying it was COVID. So, therefore, if that's the case, we miss. Like, I don't know why it's so hard for people in the NFL just to admit that they was wrong. Like, you missed. I miscalculated it. We got it wrong. Like, that's okay. People can understand that. But when you try to point the finger and, say, oh, no, we did, it makes no sense because you're the general manager, meaning you're the one that is in charge of the roster, of getting the people on the roster. No matter what anybody tells you, you get the final decision on who they should bring to the roster. That's literally your job. So whether you try to put it on the coaching staff or not, you had the final say-so and you checked off on it. You could have said no and went somewhere else, but you checked off on it. So ultimately, it's going to fall on you.
Keon Coleman was drafted, for those who don't know.
I don't know what's all this pointing the finger. Just pour the thumb. It's me. It's on me. I messed up.
Keon Coleman was drafted 33rd in 2024, okay? So that means when he said we went to bed that night thinking it's Keon Coleman, that's because they had the first pick of the second round, right? So obviously that's day 2. Mm-hmm. They had time to think about it. This is what Brandon Beane said after that. He said, we went to bed thinking this was going to be the guy. Now, why is it problematic if you haven't followed the Bills? Among other things, Keon Coleman was a healthy scratch down the stretch for them this year. He failed to get more than 50 receiving yards in any game after the season opener. I think he did in the season opener go for more than 50, but after that, no.
Yeah, they should have got Lad McConkey, but they blew it.
Right. So they made a bad call. Now, I think what's kind of not being talked about here, at least that we haven't talked about yet, is the fact that this guy's still on the roster.
Yeah.
So,
yes,
the owner of the team.
He woke up and looked at that and said, what he said? He did the 50 Cent. What did he say me for?
Right.
Catching strays.
And I mean, it's probably deserved in the stretch that, the fans clearly are frustrated by having this guy on the roster. They're clearly frustrated at the front office, but I do think it's weird for the Bills that they fire the head coach who I am not saying that Sean McDermott was the best coach out there. However, it is something that matters when you have roster construction that isn't up to snuff. When you have a team that had a lot of guys who were injured this year, you had a lot of guys who just weren't up to the standard they should be, when they've struggled to find a wide receiver for Josh Allen that can be effective. And that's largely, I think, somewhat got to be on the GM. The coach gets fired over that. GM gets promoted. To me, it makes sense to fire everyone if you're going to do that. But Terry Pagula apparently really likes Brandon Beane. He has got that's the most important thing in this job, I guess, is that you got to suck up to the owner.
He's got dirt on his family or something. That's what I think.
Not that. The reason even that, a lot of rich guys, it's just literally I like this dude. He's made an impression on me, and he's like a son to me. That's what happens sometimes in these NFL front offices.
The reason why he shouldn't even feel all that bad about it is outside of Lad McConkey, who they could have gotten instead of Keon Coleman. There's nobody else in that draft at wide receiver. The rest of them are all terrible.
Yeah.
So this was a terrible draft year for receivers anyway. So it's not like it's that bad. Is Keon Coleman and Lad McConkey. Outside of that, I'm telling you, it's a bunch of no-name guys that ain't doing nothing at wide receiver. So, and Troy Franklin, maybe the only other guy, and he was drafted in the 4th round.
I also don't understand the narrative that the Bills have done nothing to help Josh Allen. Okay, they missed on Keon Coleman. Was Stephon Diggs not on this roster for years? Did they not have Dalton Kincaid and Dawson Knox, who are arguably the best tight end duo in the league? Is James Cook not on the team? I don't understand why people are saying that Josh Allen has no help. What does he need at the skill positions? The Avengers?
Yeah, he need a true number 1 receiver.
Was Stephon Diggs not that?
But he wasn't the furthest they've ever been when they had that. They don't have no wide receivers this year.
I think the issue, though, is for fans is why is Brandon Beane getting promoted when you're firing the coach for hitting a plateau with a roster that is not as good as the last few years? I think that's where their issue is.
Buffalo fans' issue is how is it that we have one of the best quarterbacks, but we can't get him one of the best weapons at wide receiver?
I just think it's this ring culture that we have now that everyone feels like every great player needs to win a ring. Not every great quarterback wins a ring.
No, but I can understand why Bills fans want to do better. You'll have something new to look at Buckeye games next year. Will it be a real offensive coordinator? We'll tell you next. T-Bone and Tyvis on The Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Once again, for our drivers in Dublin, we are noticing another traffic alert. This time around, it's a disabled vehicle, 270 in that southbound direction, just passing Tuttle Mall and Tuttle Crossing Boulevard. That right shoulder is currently blocked, which means we're not really seeing any traffic out there. Just make sure to be cautious. Still an active scene this morning. I'm 10 TV's Brina Albizu with your fan traffic.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. If you've ever had somebody do work at your house, it's annoying as crap, at least to me, when someone shows up to your house that you never met, you've never worked with, and you didn't hire to do the job. Subcontractors, I understand why they exist, but for me, I want to work with a company that's going to bring people who know what they're doing, who are trained by the company to put their product in. On time, on budget, no surprises at the end. That's what Baths R Us does every single time. These folks started in Ohio and grew by word of mouth because they do it right the first time. And the big difference with them, they have local crews. They never sub out the work. The people who show up to your door, they're trained by Baths R Us. They're actually employees of the company, not some random crew they hired last week. Whether you need a safer bathroom to stay independent or you just want a space that you're proud of, they build it to last. That's Baths R Us. Call them today and see what it's like to work with people who actually keep their promises. Kind of a rare thing these days. Call them today, 380-225-BATH. That's 380-225-BATH. Baths R Us. Bathrooms you can trust. Call now.
Did you know that 80% of New Year's resolutions fail by February? And did you know there's a good chance it's just hormones? Hi, I'm Evan Bass, founder of the Columbus Men's Clinic, and I started this clinic a decade ago to take care of men. If your testosterone is low, then motivation, energy, and drive often follow too. And keeping resolutions can feel like walking through mud, and even more so as we age. ED and low T tend to get worse if untreated. And guys, you're not alone. Your physician-led support team at the Columbus Men's Clinic has your back. For years, we've effectively treated ED and low T comprehensively and with proven treatments dialed in just for you. With same-day booking, you can meet our passionate medical team, and by this afternoon, you'll leave with a plan that's designed to be sustainable for life. The number one thing we hear guys say is, I forgot how I used to feel. Guys, it's time to feel amazing and crush this new year. Call my team right now and let us treat you to an unforgettable experience. Dial 614-300-7400 or go to columbusmensclinic.com. That's columbusmensclinic.com.
Bet365 is paying out before the final whistle. Check out Bet365's unrivaled early payout offer. When you bet on a team to win and they take a 17-point lead, you get paid no matter the final score.
Forget the final whistle and start counting that cash. Hold up, you get early payout on parlays too. Download the app and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. Terms and conditions apply. And app only.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Columbus, are you hungry? Well, it's a good thing Uber Eats has the best deals at all your favorite local restaurants. Like this great deal at El Vaquero. From now until March 31st, you can get a buy one, get one free quesadilla deal, all on the Uber Eats app. That's good for me, but I need to figure out what everybody else is going to eat. So next time you're craving a great meal, don't overthink it. Just get on the Uber Eats app and save big with a great deal. Order now only on Uber Eats. Terms apply. See app for details.
I'm Leslie from Pella Columbus.
And I'm Wilson from that other window place.
Wilson, one thing our Pella Columbus team is really serious about is to not be salesy or pushy. We're just here to listen and hopefully make your dream a reality.
Oh, I had a dream last night where I went back in time to a dinosaur's birthday party and had to fight a triceratops for the last cupcake.
I meant more like home makeover type of dreams.
Oh, okay. I just got the dinosaur thing.
Get the windows that can completely change the look and feel of your home at PellaColumbus.com.
Now's the time to buy or renew your 2026 dog licenses. Not only are dog licenses required by law, but fees support the Franklin County Dog Shelter and Adoption Center. Buy or renew your dog licenses today at FranklinCountyAuditor.com.
Bobby Carpenter here for Germain Toyota. Swing by Germain Toyota and ask for Marcello and discover unbeatable deals and a wide selection of new and certified pre-owned Toyota vehicles. Visit them at GermainToyota.net. Germain Toyota on the corner of I-70 and Bryce Road.
The Jackets are back at Nationwide for a battle with the stars. Live fan coverage starts Thursday night at 6:30.
Sponsored by Atlas Butler Heating and Cooling.
Proud to be your flagship home of the Columbus Blue Jackets, The Fan. All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. No, I've never heard of the band on T-Bone's shirt either. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Hey, we got a heat wave going on right now. I mean, it's in the upper 20s, low 30s possibly today. Yesterday, I put shorts on. It felt so good. But if you're saying, oh, man, the cold weather's gone forever. No, it's not. This weekend, it's going to be single digits, negative temperatures for the lows. You are going to feel that cold if your old drafty windows aren't getting the job done. You already know about it. You've already felt it this year. You're wondering how you get it fixed. Well, Window Nation, they've got the perfect deal for you. Buy 4 windows, get 4 windows free sale going on right now from Window Nation. Plus, you could get them with 0 down, 0 monthly payments, and 0 interest for 2 whole years. Yes, no interest, no payments till 2028. Plus, you can buy 4, get 4 free with this sale. And you're not just getting indie windows, you're getting windows with a lifetime guarantee or a lifetime warranty. You are getting windows that have a 50-point inspection before they leave the factory, and they are the most energy-efficient windows you're going to find. That's why you trust Window Nation. Go to windownation.com to set up your fast free estimate right now. windownation.com. Buy 4, get 4 windows free sale going on now only from Window Nation. Tyvis, I saw a comment in the chat talking about how, Bills fans are a little bit spoiled. Bills fans, want to get more than what they've got with Josh Allen. Josh Allen's been getting them to the playoffs quite a bit. I feel like Bills fans and Buckeye fans are probably very similar in a way. And Dylan, you tell me if I'm off base on this as well, because I know you are, like you just said about ring culture in the last segment. People get a little too obsessed with, we got to win everything, right? I think 95% of NFL fan bases would trade places with the Bills in a second. Don't you think? They would look at the fact you've got Josh Allen, you've got a decent defense, you've got some weapons there.
That defense ain't as good as it once was.
I said decent. I didn't say great, but decent.
That might be the problem.
What I'm saying, though, is I think there's becoming an undercurrent of Josh Allen can't get over the hump. Josh Allen is getting let down by his team. And there's some, negativity towards the front office, all that stuff. I feel like Buckeye fans can relate to that totally. Where 95% of college football fans would say, what are you complaining about? You win 10, 11 games every year. You're always in the national championship hunt. Why are you frustrated? I'm saying their expectations
similar.
As Bills fans now, they're saying, we've been to the playoffs 7 straight years.
It's similar.
That's not enough for us. We want to get over the hump. And Buckeye fans got over the hump last year.
Correct.
We get to live off that for a while. But I'm saying that era of they want more than just being a really, really good team. They want to be the best team.
This year stings the most because of no Lamar, no Burrow, and no Mahomes.
Wide open.
So that's why this one really, really hurts. But as a Bills fan, you also because to Bills fans, Josh Allen is the best quarterback in the league. But you also got to admit that the best quarterback in the league was the reason why you lost the game.
Yeah.
And that's a tough pill to swallow, but it is what it is. You could try to go out there and get him some help, but at the end of the day, he's been really good in the playoffs, actually. Mm-hmm. And the moment where it's the most wide open, he didn't perform. And that's just what it is. It doesn't make him the worst quarterback of all time. It just means that he missed a golden opportunity, and now they have to do some recalibrating. Contracts is coming up. You got some questions that you got to answer about some offensive line issues, and so that's what makes this one sting so much for Bills fan. But I didn't think that the result of firing the coach was the answer, because Sean McDermott made Buffalo what they currently are. They weren't good at all. He brought them to the playoffs for the first time in years when they did that.
That was before Josh Allen was there.
Exactly. So I don't think he was that. To me, that wasn't the right thing to do. But it's almost like they looked at Sean McDermott as a guy who is good at setting a culture, laying a foundation, but he can't take you all the way. And I don't think that necessarily is the truth.
Yeah, I think that's. There's more to it than just getting rid of the head coach. By the way, you got something to give away, don't you?
I do. Yeah. I'm not going to get rid of the coach in this one. I'm going to give people a chance to go to Incarceration, the Fest. You can win 2 to 3 day passes at Incarceration's Fest. July 17th. That's my brother's birthday. July 17th through the 19th at the historic Ohio State Reformatory in Mansfield. For more information and to purchase tickets, check out incarceration.com.
We'll take the 7th caller now, 614-821-9710 to win those Incarceration tickets. 2 3-day passes. Disturbed, Bad Omens, Limp Bizkit, the headliners. Gojira's going to be there. You know Gojira.
Never heard of him.
Do you remember Gojira?
No, Gogeta.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
That's Goku and Vegeta mixed together on Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, I see. I didn't know that. I'm not up on Dragon Ball. I'm not up on my Dragon Balls or whatever you called it. So, by the way, Gojira, did you ever see the Olympic opening ceremony, the Summer Olympics, last time we did it a couple years ago, Paris? Did you see that?
I feel wasn't it something what happened?
Remember, there was an opening ceremony, and one of the bands was like a heavy metal band.
Yes.
And there was a woman, it was Marie Antoinette with like her head chopped off. And she's singing in it. All right. Remember that band?
Yes.
That's That's Gojira. They're going to be at incarceration.
I do remember.
They're from France. They're coming here to play in a jail. Yeah. Get ready for it.
Yeah, it was disturbing.
Disturbed also playing. So now you know. All right. So you have something new to look at the Buckeye games next year. Will it be a real offensive coordinator? Maybe. But that's not what's been announced. What has been announced is that a scoreboard is getting changed. We're going to get the new scoreboard up in the north end zone next year. They're going to put a better one up there. And then apparently coming up in 2027, they're going to update the big guy.
Which side is the north side?
That's the closed end.
Okay.
South end is the open end, where they're going to update that apparently in 2027. They're also going to replace ribbon boards, which are those little tiny.
So the north side is the one where I used to point, like.
Yeah, that's where you would point to the
northeast.
Closed end. Yep.
Northeast is where I used to point to their mother, because they was in that section right there.
Yeah, tell people who don't know that.
Yeah,
when you would make a big play.
Yeah, so back when I was banging, I learned that when the visiting team's family came to the game, they would put them in the northeast, right there, like adjacent from the band. So the band would be to the northwest. They'll be to the northeast. And I learned that that's where they're at. So me being me and my mindset, which I really calmed down over the years. I was telling my wife, actually, Barstool Tate went on.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me finish
Ohio's
this.
Tate. I know you're
let me finish this and then I'll tell you. So anyways, I learned that the parents was there. So when I would get an interception, I always made it known that I will point to their mother, because I'm sure she came to the game. I mean, their son's the quarterback. Of course she came to the game. So I will point to their mother. Say, this your boy? This your boy? So that was my thing. Point to their mother.
Yeah.
Now, Barstool Tate came on the UCSS, the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show, which you can catch on YouTube from 11 to 1 when you're not listening to Bishop and Friends.
There you go.
Anyways, so he came on yesterday, and they asked him, Tyvis is a member of this panel. Usually, he's not here today, but he's a member of this panel. What story, and you was with Ohio State 2014 when they won the national championship. What do you remember about Tyvis? So he says, I'll give you one Tyvis Powell story that I remember. He said, we were at graduation. Me and Tyvis graduated together.
Wait, did you know him?
No.
Okay. So
no.
He was just a student there.
So this is funny. As he's telling this story, I'm thinking to myself, like, I don't remember. What is he about to say? What is he about to say? Because I don't know what he's about to say.
Yeah.
He goes, we're at graduation, and Tyvis, we're all, like, Tyvis was in the section that we were all in, and they say, Tyvis, if we know you want to go to the NFL, but like, what if that doesn't work out? What are you going to pursue? And he says, Tyvis said, which I 1,000% said this. If I don't make it in the NFL, I'm going into the adult film industry. And everybody but said it like dead serious.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And so my wife was listening to the show, and she looked at me, and I said, yeah, I 1,000% said that. I know I did.
I'm wet. I'm dirty.
I 1,000% said that. And it's so funny to hear how far I've come in my life to where that's not the right word to say.
Phrasing is very important in these conversations.
How far I've changed and matured in my lifetime, because I used to be off the chain.
I can tell.
You need length and girth.
Thank you, Hugh Freeze. All right, the list is coming up next. What is the list? Find out when we come back. T-Bone and Tyvis on The Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, we are noticing a crash way in our northeast corner, really just east of New Albany. It's in Granville. There is a crash on State Route 37, also known as 161 westbound, just passing Columbus Road. So expect some lane closures there this morning, down to 10 miles per hour in certain portions too. And that traffic really congested just passing Lancaster Road out there. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
The common phrase is new year, new me, but that's hard to do when you're dealing with pain. Hi, I'm Tyvis with QC Kinetics. I struggled to get through the day just like you until I seen my guys at QC Kinetics. Dr. Tesner and his staff brought me treatments that help my body repair my knees and shoulders. If you're like me and don't want to have an operation that keeps you away from doing activities, then visit QC Kinetics, where your treatments is in the office and there's no downtime. You'll be moving better and stronger, and that way you can accomplish all your goals. For me, I want to lose weight this year, and thanks to QC Kinetics, I can run and lift just like I used to when I was in the pros. Simple procedure that can deliver big life-changing results. Let January be your clean slate. Stop managing the pain and start solving it with QC Kinetics right here in Dublin. Call now for your free consultation. 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544.
At ADP, we know you want your landscape business to succeed, but we don't know anything about landscaping. ADP only knows how to handle the business of your small business. So if ADP focuses on the payroll and the HR, while you focus on the land and the scaping, success should follow. Just don't expect us to know all about Kentucky bluegrass, zero-turn cutting, or what to do with a woodchuck. That's for you to figure out. Let ADP help your small business focus on the part of the business you're good at. ADP for small business.
Toyotathon is on at Tansky Sawmill Toyota. With inventory on the lot and fresh inventory rolling in daily, now is the time to treat yourself before the holidays. Visit TanskySawmillToyota.com for Toyotathon specials, or visit our festive showroom on the corner of Sawmill and 161 in Dublin. And when you think Toyota, think Tansky.
Think Toyota. Think Tansky. Think Tansky.
Career changers, including veterans and active duty service members. Your transition starts here. Go from GI to IT in a matter of months. Become a certified cyber warrior with training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, offering IT pros great opportunities and a rewarding lifestyle while protecting our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. Deploy your career in IT today at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
Below freezing? Fire up the grill. At Billiards Plus, the grilling season never ends. While you're grill shopping, you'll love browsing Central Ohio's largest selection of pool tables, game furniture, and shuffleboard. Family owned and operated. Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
Is 2026 the year you achieve your health goals? The Good Feet store wants to help. Trade in your bad feet for good feet. We want to help you walk, run, exercise, and play in comfort this year. Visit the Good Feet store on Polaris Parkway near the Polaris Mall, or on Stringtown Road at Grove City.
We have made our community a very important part of our business. One of the things that many people may not realize is that I was born and raised in Columbus. Our plant is in Columbus. All of our employees are from Ohio. And the community hears about all this stuff. And so the community trusts us.
See for yourself. Visit RosatiWindows.com or come to our showroom located at 4200 Roberts Road.
Thanks to your support, the nonprofits VetTix and First Tix have given away tens of millions of tickets and counting to vets currently serving military, the immediate family of troops killed in action, and our brave current and former first responders. These tickets are a meaningful way to say thank you to America's heroes. And now we want you to be part of the mission. Got extra tickets to concerts, games, or special events? Or want to see if you qualify? We want you to go to vettix.org and firsttix.org today. Give something to those who gave.
Get Eco. Aaron, when we say same-day furnace installation, what does that mean exactly?
It means if you call us in the dead of winter because your furnace has died, we will install a new furnace the same day.
Get Eco. So by same day, you mean like the next day, but within 24 hours?
No, Jerry, the same day you call.
How can we do that? Do we really have furnace techs just sitting here waiting for emergency calls?
Yes.
And we have a whole warehouse full of different furnaces, so we'll have one ready to go no matter what you need?
Yes.
And we have extra trucks in the fleet, just parked and ready to be loaded at a moment's notice?
Yes.
How do we do that?
Jerry, how could we not do that? If your heat goes out in the middle of winter, that's an emergency. So we'll be there the day you call.
Get Eco.
We should install a pole the guys can slide down, like firefighters.
No, Jerry, and please don't suggest that in front of the team.
Get Eco.
GetEco.com.
Broadcasting live from the McDaniel GM Superstore Studios. Driving excellence since 1916. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. WBNS HD1 Columbus.
Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. The Cleveland Cavaliers were on the road in Charlotte last night to take on the Hornets. Donovan Mitchell scored 24 points and the Cavs won 94-87. They'll host the Sacramento Kings Friday night. The Columbus Blue Jackets are on home ice with the Dallas Stars coming to town. Coverage starts at 6:30 right here on The Fan, but coming up at 7:30 this morning, T-Bone and Tyvis will be joined by Jackets head coach Rick Bowness. The 12th-ranked Ohio State women's basketball team will go for their 7th straight win when they host the Indiana Hoosiers tonight. Tip-off is at 8 o'clock over on The Fan 2. And finally, the Horseshoe will have a new look next season as Ohio State is set to replace the video board in the north end zone for the 2026 campaign. This update was sponsored by Eco Plumbers. Get $500 in free plumbing services when you buy a new water heater. Visit geteco.com and book today. Breaking sports news when it happens right here on The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
2 men, 1 appendix. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
Half hour from now, we'll talk to Bones, Rick Bowness, Jackets head coach. Going to ask him about the goaltending situation. Who's going tonight? Jackets taking on Dallas. We'll see what we can get our info from the head coach and find out a little bit about what happened the other night against Ottawa. Not the best result, but hopefully they can turn it around tonight. Have all the coverage for you right here on The Fan. Yeah. And then the chat's going, YouTube chat. You can always hop in the YouTube chat if you haven't yet. We've got
a lot of people want to know, like, was those courses being taught at Fisher? Mario was like, I don't remember those courses at Fisher.
What courses, Tyvis?
He wouldn't have skipped so many classes.
Was that the courses for you to go into the
adult film industry? Yeah, the thing is, they said you need to find something that you're passionate about. So I said
that's something you were passionate about.
I felt like if it takes a lot of passion to be good in that field.
Okay. Yeah. It definitely takes passion. I would agree with that. I'm actually I'm actually surprised that
I parlayed it into tri-state reads.
Yeah, that's right. So Jen Winters, I believe, took at least one of the courses she took when she was in college was on like the history of rock and roll, right? And these they have like music history classes are a thing, right? Yeah. And that makes me wonder because there's maybe some practical use for that, but there's just some. This is part of education. You learn about things. Mm-hmm. I'm curious if a business school will ever say, hey, listen, we know it's big business. We know there's a lot of money to be made.
OnlyFans.
Right. Maybe there will be a business of only. I wonder if there's some college right now teaching a business of only, not just looking at it, but like, how do you make money with it? What do you do? What are best practices? Is it good? I'm just saying.
How
Like,
do you get in the algorithm?
I feel like,
how do you get in the algorithm? Right, because you got to know.
Well, I mean, the thing is, streaming is a thing now. Like, not just aside from OnlyFans, like you can make a lot of money just being a streamer.
Oh,
and you know, it's funny when you listen to, when you listen to these streamers talk about how they've blown up. The number one thing they say is it's important to get into the algorithm. Like when people search, I don't know, basketball. Like, how do you
become the one that pops up?
Yeah, that's the most important part of it. And it has a lot to do with hashtags and making sure just being consistent and things like that. I'm pretty sure if they're not doing that, they should be teaching that.
That's right.
Because that's another avenue for people to take to make money.
Yeah. So when you
it's a different
if
world.
Someone searches up like blondes doing dirty things, how do you become the number one the number one naughty blonde? I mean, it's just the thing you got to know.
The best, the worst, and sometimes even the dumbest. It's all here on the list.
Sponsored by Baths R Us. Go to bathsrus.com to schedule your free estimate. Baths R Us, where dreams soak in.
I've only heard that search term. I've never used it personally. All right, top 5 cold weather foods today. Obviously, it's cold out. It's getting colder this weekend. It's a perfect time for us to discuss the foods that you like when it's cold weather. Now, I'm going to start us off with something that I feel like I don't eat very often. And I would eat this in the summer as well. They're delicious. But for me, there's something about a warm, buttery croissant, as the French would say, a croissant. I love a croissant in the winter.
Of course, it's bread.
Oh, it's bread. It's warm. It's hearty. It's delicious. I mean, it's not hearty. It's actually very light. But when you eat 5 of them, like I do, it's very savory. It's delicious. Love it. A croissant is my number 5 cold weather food.
Number 5 for me, when it gets cold outside, everybody brings the crock pot out. And I love a good pot roast.
Oh, a pot roast.
Nice little slow
That's
cooked
good.
roast in the crock pot.
I didn't even think of pot roast. I should have thought of pot roast.
Because you know.
I know, it's stupid.
Yeah.
I regret my list now because I don't have it on there. But that's a very good one, Tyvis. Dylan, what's your number 5?
One of my favorite things to do when it's cold out, open up that DoorDash app, get something delivered. Anything delivered
sick.
When it's cold. Number 5 for me.
So you want to put people in peril. That's what you want. You want to send someone out on the roads, even when it's a level 3. Doesn't matter. They're an essential worker delivering food to you, and you could make it at home.
I didn't say when it's blizzarding. I said when it's cold out.
Okay. But you have to, here's the thing. You have to open your door. So that lets cold air in.
For just about 2 seconds.
No, but that's enough. That affects you keep your house at like 78 degrees anyway, so I guess it doesn't matter to you.
72. Yeah, let's not get out.
Might as well be 78. Must be nice to be that rich, Tyvis, right? Have all that money and run your heat like that. Man, good for you. My number 4 cold weather food, tortilla soup. You ever had that?
Oh, I've had.
I love it.
I've had Mexican soup or taco soup.
It's probably very similar.
Yeah.
They put the little tortilla strips in. It's cheesy. It's spicy. It's. I need spice and warmth, and the soup provides that. I'm not usually a huge soup guy, but I will go for a tortilla soup. I mean, really anytime, but especially in the cold weather. Love that.
Number 4 is actually lasagna soup. It's like,
okay. Yeah, very similar.
Similar.
Yeah, hearty.
Exactly.
By the way, do you know what they make lasagna noodles out of? Same thing they make bread out of. Little thing called wheat. So you just might want to look into that. Before you're going to shame me on bread, and you're sitting here eating noodles and soup.
It's
I'm
not
just
like
saying.
I eat it all the time.
Okay, I didn't say I eat croissants every day. I said when it's cold, I like a croissant. It's good.
When it's cold outside, it's not that many options.
Well, that's fair enough. Dylan, your number 4.
My number 4 is the same as Tyvis's number 5, a pot roast.
Pot roast is, I'm
nice and easy.
I messed that up not having that on my list.
Now you got to get up and you got to start the thing at like 10 in the morning.
Sure, of course. Yes.
You don't do it you ain't eating at 6 or 5.
No. What do you put? What kind of veggies are we putting? Like some
carrots
roasted
and potatoes.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Anything else? Just those 2?
It depends. My wife sometimes she's done one where she like put like peppers in there.
Oh, okay. I can see how that'd be good.
Pepperoncinis or something like that. And that was pretty good.
That's a thing. I know that there's I forget if that's like, I forget who does. I've seen recipes like that where that's what you put in there and it helps add to the flavor of it, especially if you're going to slice it and do like beef sandwiches with it. Oh,
it was interesting. I actually liked it.
My number 3, cold weather food, chocolate chip cookies, warm right out of the oven. Yes, let's go. They're beautiful. I mean, again, all these foods I like all the time, to be clear. But on a cold day, especially like around the holidays, warm chocolate chip cookies just being on the counter makes me feel great.
Number 3 for me is chili.
Chili is excellent.
Chili, you can go a lot of ways. Now, the problem with chili is it's trying to perfect chili.
Well, that feels
now
like
you could just do the cheat code and go to
lifetime.
Wendy's. Go to Wendy's and just get that and just call it a day.
Get a finger in there.
It's good. You know what? I like a Wendy's chili. It's fine. It's a little watery for my taste. I like a little
chili's too watery.
I like a little thickened up.
What about you get the chili sauce?
Sure, that's great.
Heat it up a little bit.
Yeah, it's
then
in
you
a
can,
pinch.
Then you
It's
can
awesome.
do multiple things. You could do fries.
I'll tell you
dogs.
what. Ooh, you go with you know what? You go to Wendy's, you get that chili and a baked potato. Now we're cooking. Oh, yeah. That sounds great.
By the way, this has nothing to do with the list. I went to Popeyes yesterday and got the tenders.
And?
They are good. They remind me of KFC's hot and spicy wings. They like similar because I got the spicy tenders.
Yeah, the spicy tenders.
But you got to eat it with like the ranch because
the blackened ranch is the way to go. It's
correct.
Perfect.
Yes.
It's a perfect combo.
Do you agree that it's like option 4, 5, or 6 on the Popeyes menu? You're getting a lot of other stuff before you're getting the tenders again, right?
Yes. Yeah. Correct.
Dylan, what's your number 3?
My number 3 is shredded chicken.
Oh, okay.
I've never been the one to make it. I've been asked to stir it.
That's funny.
That's a big responsibility.
Are you
Like, hit
talking
the
about
pot.
like the shredded chicken that you get like when you go to a high school football game?
Yes.
And they
Yes,
put it on the
concession stand.
You know what I found out?
Yes.
That's like an Ohio thing. Did you know
really?
that? Not everybody knows about that.
I didn't know about it until I moved here.
Yeah,
Really?
right. Like
Yeah.
it's.
Oh, that's goated.
People say like shredded chicken, and they think like, oh, you just take a chicken breast and shred it up. It's like no. It's in
It's
like
a whole little thing.
Yeah.
Boom,
Where
slap
you
it
gotta
on
add
there.
the cream of chicken.
Yeah, it's exactly right. That's a very good call. I totally forgot about that.
I forgot about that too.
My number 2 is a big plate of spaghetti with meat sauce. Even I like a meatball, but I'll even go with like a bolognese kind of sauce on that, where it's just as thick as you can possibly get it. This time of year, that's what I want. Warm and thick. Spaghetti, number 2.
Number 2 for me, chicken noodle soup. Chicken noodle soup.
Nothing wrong with that.
Chicken noodle soup with a soda on the side.
My number 2, I put soup in general. My personal favorite is loaded baked potato because there's bacon in it. But
oh yeah,
you gotta cut this out,
that's
man.
Great.
I told you about
that's
this.
Great. No,
I told you about
loaded
this.
baked potato soup is a very good. That's a very good soup as well. I agree. My number 1, you already said it, Tyvis, but it's not wrong. Chili, a homemade chili for me. I like to do it with no beans personally, but some people like the beans.
I do it with or without beans. Don't matter to me.
I'll eat it if it has beans in it, but I prefer it left out.
Number 1 for me is not it's not a food item. It's a drink. Hot chocolate. Gotta have it.
You know what? Hot chocolate.
Marshmallows with the whipped cream on top, and then I take some chocolate syrup and just give you a little circle on it.
Oh yeah, a little dollop. I like that.
Perfect.
Dylan, what's your number 1?
My number 1 is chili, but like Tyvis said, it depends on who's making it. It's got to be perfected.
It does.
Yeah, of course.
It's hard. That chili hard. That's why they do them chili cook-offs and stuff.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's you can. I think it's a lifetime thing that you do is trying to perfect chili, because just when you think you got it right, then you find out there's another recipe out there. You're like, oh, I never thought of putting that in there.
Yeah,
and you're back to the drawing board. Speaking of getting the recipe right, the Browns are trying to do that with their coaching search, but they've already screwed it up. They've already messed up the recipe. We'll talk about that next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good Thursday morning. We are noticing a big crash for our friends in New Albany. It's happening on 161. It's that eastbound direction just passing New Albany Road, and right before that 62 intersection. That right lane is currently blocked and down to 11 miles per hour for your drive times. Lots and lots of brake lights on our traffic map this morning. As for that detour, taking East Dublin Granville Road will save you a lot of time this morning. Definitely take it, folks, because backups just aren't looking too pretty as of right now. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Columbus, are you hungry? Well, it's a good thing Uber Eats has the best deals at all your favorite local restaurants. Like this great deal at El Vaquero. From now until March 31st, you can get a buy one, get one free quesadilla deal, all on the Uber Eats app. That's good for me, but I need to figure out what everybody else is going to eat. So next time you're craving a great meal, don't overthink it. Just get on the Uber Eats app and save big with a great deal. Order now only on Uber Eats. Terms apply. See app for details.
Did you know that 80% of New Year's resolutions fail by February? And did you know there's a good chance it's just hormones? Hi, I'm Evan Bass, founder of the Columbus Men's Clinic, and I started this clinic a decade ago to take care of men. If your testosterone is low, then motivation, energy, and drive often follow too. And keeping resolutions can feel like walking through mud, and even more so as we age. ED and low T tend to get worse if untreated. And guys, you're not alone. Your physician-led support team at the Columbus Men's Clinic has your back. For years, we've effectively treated ED and low T comprehensively, and with proven treatments dialed in just for you. With same-day booking, you can meet our passionate medical team, and by this afternoon, you'll leave with a plan that's designed to be sustainable for life. The number one thing we hear guys say is, I forgot how I used to feel. Guys, it's time to feel amazing and crush this new year. Call my team right now and let us treat you to an unforgettable experience. Dial 614-300-7400 or go to columbusmensclinic.com. That's columbusmensclinic.com.
Your mornings are jam-packed. So if you're going to add anything, make it your favorite bite from Tim Hortons. Buy any size beverage and add a daily baked donut for $1, a tasty bagel for $2, or a freshly cracked hot breakfast sandwich for just $3. It's the best way to add more to your morning. The 1-2-3 menu, only at your neighborhood Tim Hortons. At participating U.S. restaurants, must ask for offer in restaurant. Tax extra exclusions and terms apply at timhortons.com/offer-terms.
Spectrum TV Fixed TV and combined all your favorite sports streaming apps with live TV.
32, Blue 32, hot hype. It's only more Hail Marys.
It's only more bottom of the ninth magic.
It's only more slow motion replays.
It's only getting all the sports with over $100 worth of streaming apps like ESPN, Fox One, Tennis Channel, Peacock, and more, included with live TV at no extra cost. It's only the way TV should be. It's only everything. Learn more at SpectrumTV.com.
Enjoy an entire week of delicious family meals for a good deal better at Meijer. Fresh from Meijer chicken or certified Angus beef ground beef from Chuck small packs are buy two, get one free. Mix or match. Select varieties of Earthbound Farm organic salad mixes are buy one, get one free. And 12 packs of select Pepsi products are buy two, get one free. Plus deposit where applicable. Getting more while also saving more. That's the good life at Meijer. Exclusions apply. See all deals in the Meijer app.
And now, Public Education Matters with Ohio Education Association President Jeff Wensing.
Ohio's public school educators have dedicated their lives to serving their students, and we must trust them as experienced professionals to do the jobs they've been trained to do. Creating the best schools and communities takes every single one of us. Please make sure the educators in your life know how much they are appreciated and respected.
Public Education Matters, brought to you by the Ohio Education Association.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is, fast for cash. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family. I even buy my tenants won't pay me the rent houses. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
Love football, love wings. Put those bad boys together and you get Austin and Vern live at Roosters.
Presented by Bryant Heating and Cooling.
Large amounts of football and all the donkey sauce you can handle. Mondays on the Fan's YouTube channel. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Wake-up temperatures will be in the 30s with breezy winds that will continue into the day today. Highs settling right around freezing with partly sunny skies. And then for tonight, mostly cloudy with overnight lows in the teens. For Friday, partly sunny and cold again with highs struggling to get into the teens and falling throughout the day. Eventually, those wind chills will yet again be below zero with gusty winds. So bundle up and stay warm. For the Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with a 10 weather impact forecast.
We test marketed naming the show A Guy and His Butlers.
Oh, that is very touching.
But we thought Bishop and Friends had a better ring to it.
Weekday mornings at 9.
The Fan. When Tyvis looks at Bone, he sees the future. Bald, fat, white. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
All right, so as y'all know, during the football season, I got 5 jobs. And, you know, after those 5 jobs, I used to always be tired because I used to have a lot of stuff to do. But now that football season is over, I'm still a little tired, and I don't have as many jobs as I once did. So I went to go see my people at Tri-State Men's Health, and, you know, they give me a little shot in the ace, found out I had low testosterone, gave me a shot in the ace, and now I got all the energy. I felt like the Hawk. I went back in the gym. I'm lifting the house in the gym. This is probably the best I've ever been. And after I get done with that, I still got energy to go play with my kids. As you know, they're in basketball and doing all those things. I'm helping them get their jump shot together. I have time to do all these things, and I have the energy. I'm not tired and yawning all the time, and that's credit to Tri-State Men's Health. So if you suffer from low T, which men, it starts in your early to mid 30s, you start losing 2 to 3% of testosterone production every year. And it happens gradually, and before you know it, you're just not the same guy that you once were. If you have a decrease in libido, that's terrible. If that's what you got going, you really need to, that's like 911, go see my guys. If you're putting on weight, less productive at the gym, poor sleep patterns, or sad and depressed, go see my people at Tri-State Men's Health. Go take their low T quiz on their website. Go to tristatemenshealth.com. It's a simple 10-question quiz with yes or no answers. After that, you want to schedule a consult with Tri-State Men's Health. They will have your lab working results within 30 minutes. A licensed medical provider will review the results with you and discuss the options together. And the cost of the appointment is only $99, which includes a medical consult, a T and PSA test. And if you sign up for testosterone treatment the day of your appointment, your visit is free. They have 6 locations, 2 of them located right here in Columbus, Ohio. One is in Hilliard, the other one's in Westerville. Call them today at 800-900-9654 or visit tristatemenshealth.com.
So the Browns coaching search has been off to a not a great start. I mean,
I kept telling everybody it was going to be like how it is.
Well, here's the thing. So Jimmy Haslam had this statement where he said, the next 120 days, wasn't that it? It was the day or two after they fired Kevin Stefanski, where he came out and kind of defended like why he fired Stefanski, why he kept Andrew Berry. That was where he went through here are the 5 moves I thought we did that were great. And he talked about the different moves Andrew Berry did. He said at that point, we got 120 days to get this right because that's when the draft is. So we got to get our new plan in motion. We got to figure this out. But there are milestones along the way with that, right? Where you're going to have, I believe next week is when is that Senior Bowl? Is that this week or next week?
No, Senior Bowl?
I think it's next week. It's almost.
Yeah, I guess it is.
Next
close.
Week. So that's when I think they start doing measurements and they start.
We are at the end of January,
right? And then what do you have? You have scouting combine. You have all that stuff.
Combine is at the end of February.
Yeah. So I'm saying we're getting to the point now where it would be nice if you knew who was going to be your head coach, so that person could have his staff together and they could start working with Andrew Berry on what are we going to do in free agency? What are we going to do about making some trades potentially? And, of course, what are we going to do with these picks that we have throughout the NFL draft? So finding a coach is imperative. The latest thing, if you missed this, Mike McDaniel, who was the Dolphins head coach who was fired, he has decided that he is going to take an OC job, right, with the Chargers. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Yes.
He's officially – so he was being interviewed by a variety of teams. One of those teams was the Cleveland Browns. Now you say, all right, so they didn't get him, no big deal. Well, here's the problem. Mike McDaniel, you are required under the Rooney Rule in the NFL, before you can hire a head coach, you have to have 2 interviews with 2 different candidates for a head coaching job that are a minority candidate before you can hire your coach. Excuse me. Mike McDaniel, if you don't know, counts as a minority candidate. His father is black. So he is someone who qualifies under the Rooney Rule to be interviewed in that way. The problem is they only did 1 interview with him. And then he decided to take the coordinator job and now is not going to be interviewed again. So he doesn't, good that they interviewed him. They got some perspective on whether or not he would work out. I don't know.
They was going to bring him in for a second interview.
Yes, they were, but now they can't.
Yeah, because he decided to take the OC job. And a lot of Browns fans would say like, oh, well, maybe he just didn't want the job and all those things. That's not true. Or it's not that he looks at the Browns as not a great opportunity. I don't think that's the case because he turned down a second interview with Baltimore as well. I think that for him.
He turned it down with everybody.
Yeah, I just think that with him, he felt like I got a chance to go back to the West Coast. I got a chance to be with a quarterback that is struggling. I can help him reach that peak, and better opportunities can present themselves.
No, but here's
if he wasn't going to get Buffalo or Baltimore, that's the 2 best jobs that's available.
That's fine, but here's the problem is, let's say, and I don't know how far down the road they are with that Grant Udinski guy from the Jags.
Well, the Bills, I think the Bills requested an interview with the.
Well, this is the point, because you already saw the Giants locked up John Harbaugh. You had the Titans make their move to get their head coach, right? That's Robert Saleh.
Mm-hmm.
And why am I blanking on who the other coach?
Jeff Hafley.
Yeah, Hafley got his. He took that job.
Yeah, took Miami. Kevin Stefanski's at Atlanta, and John Harbaugh's at the Giants. So there's 6 jobs left.
Yeah, I don't think most of those guys were candidates necessarily outside of Harbaugh for the Bills job, or would have been necessarily if the Bills job had opened up at that time. Now the problem is all these other candidates that are the guys who didn't get picked yet, they've got that Bills job where that could be a possibility. Problem is the Browns, if let's say they had Grant Udinski and he was far down the road of, I want to come here, I like it, I want to coach Cleveland, they literally can't hire him until they go through the Rooney Rule process, and they don't have enough qualified interviews yet to do that.
They need another one.
So meanwhile, he can go talk to anybody else he wants to. Obviously, he doesn't have a job, or he has a job. He's looking to get a head coaching job. But that means the Bills can go sit there and have their interviews and do that. Now, they have to go through the same process, right? But they can theoretically do that because basically the Browns went down the pathway with Mike McDaniel, presumably at part at least because they were interested in him, but presumably in part because he did also qualify for the Rooney Rule. Now they only got 1 interview with him. Now they have to start over with another candidate. And I just feel like that call is going to be weird, where you call up someone and say, yes, hi, I need you to come in and interview. Please know that you're not getting this job, but we're interviewing you for the Rooney Rule because we have to do this so we can hire some other guy we already had plans on. But now that's going to be delayed. Another guy who's they're interested in is Nathan Chilhus, who is with the Rams, but he can't interview until after this weekend.
I can't believe I played against him.
Oh, yeah, Nathan Chilhus was with, was it Northwestern?
Illinois.
Or Illinois, that's right. I forgot.
I was sitting there, Dustin was like, didn't you play against him? And I'm like, what are you talking about? He said he played at Illinois from like 2010 to 2013. Yeah. Said 2013, that's the game I played 116 snaps. So I definitely played against him. If he was out there, then I was out. And I looked at us, sure enough, he was the quarterback.
Did you hit him?
I don't recall. I don't recall that game. I recall that was the game that we gave up a punt return to D'Angelo Bentley. And Coach Meyer about lost his mind that day.
Hey, special teams, they matter. We heard about it. Curt Cignetti was talking about that. So this is where the Browns sit right now. Even if they had a coach that was like, I'm there, I want to do it, they have to schedule an interview and have a coach come in not once but twice, another candidate come in before they can officially hire a coach. That's
yeah.
And by the way,
you know what,
they've had their opening as early as anyone else did, right? Other than the teams that fired a coach midway through the season. Like we're already now looking at probably at least next week before you're going to see them actually get a head coaching search.
What if these coaches is like, nope, I'm not doing the interview because I'm not about to just fulfill your Rooney Rule.
Yeah. There's that possibility. They absolutely could say, no, I don't know how many guys are in a position, how many coaches who are like assistants, especially if they never had a head coaching job.
But you know why? You know why they're interviewing you, though.
Well, yeah. And I'm saying I don't know how many coaches are in a position where they would say, yeah, I'll turn down an NFL interview to be a head coach. You know what I mean? Like I'm sure that's probably frowned upon to do that. But you're right. Theoretically, someone could do that.
All the brothers can band together and say, nope, y'all should have did this earlier.
Yeah.
Nope, I ain't helping you.
Yeah, but if you're like a first-year defensive back coach on, I don't know, random team, the Raiders, I don't know who that defensive back coach is, but let's say he's black. Are you going to say no to the Browns head coaching?
That's what I'm saying is like I'm sure there's some level of this is good for my this is a good opportunity for me to at least get my name out there and maybe I'll impress in the interview, that is the point of the Rooney Rule, by the way.
You can always
is to force teams to actually talk to guys they may not otherwise talk to and learn, actually this guy might be a really good head coaching candidate. If not now, maybe down the road.
You could always interview Dion.
That's true.
Hey. I mean, you could.
Yeah.
Shador's on the team. Just call Dad and say, hey, we want to interview Dion. That won't. Could you imagine the fervor in Cleveland for people who didn't know that this was the reason they were doing it? And also I could see Dion saying, yeah, no, I'm good. I'm totally fine to not do that right now.
Dion
to not bail you out.
Dion said he would want to coach his son.
Sure, but if it's not legitimate, he's smart enough. He knows.
Oh, he 100%.
He's going to see that, and also he's the type of guy. Unlike a lot of other guys who might actually need the opportunity, Dion doesn't need the opportunity.
What if he went in there and blew him away?
That's fine. It's the premise that it sounds like, again, if I were Dion, I would view that as a slap in the face. I would say, no, I'm not. I know why you're doing this.
But y'all just said that the black defensive back for the Raiders should take the job, and he know why they're interviewing him.
It's different, though, when a guy has Dion has opportunities. He's had opportunities. A guy who's working his way up in the coaching ranks may not. So I'm saying, even if that coach wouldn't want to take that opportunity or say, that's not for me, it's still something you probably can't turn down. Dion is a guy who's made millions of dollars in his career. He is doing more than fine in that regard. And he is currently the head coach of a college football program. I'm sure if he wanted interviews in the NFL, he could get them. He doesn't need the opportunity, and he probably might just say as much.
By the way, they're doing all this just to hire Jim Schwartz.
Right. Like, if they literally want to promote the guy from within, they still have to go through this process, which I'm good with the rule. I'm bad with the fact that the Browns didn't get ahead of this and figure out that there was a chance that you could have this happen with Mike McDaniels. So now they're
want them to hire. Just hire somebody.
Well, they still have to interview. Someone else has to interview 2 times before they can do that. By the way, Stefanski got fired on January 5th. We are now at January 22nd. So taking their good old time, as they do.
Did you see that the Buccaneers are taking the Falcons offensive coordinator?
No, I didn't see
Zach
that.
Robinson.
Robinson.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
2 minutes away, we're going to talk to Rick Bowness, head coach of your Columbus Blue Jackets. Bones will join us next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Over in Gahanna, we are noticing a crash 270 affecting that southbound ramp as you're heading towards 670 in that westbound direction and heading downtown. So do expect some lane closures this morning. As for our friends in Dublin, we are seeing a disabled vehicle in your area, 270 southbound, just passing Tuttle Crossing Boulevard and Tuttle Mall. That right shoulder is currently blocked. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
At Great Lakes Hyundai, the savings are so good.
Don't start the new year with the same old ride. Right now, score low lease payments on all 2026 models, like $149 a month for a brand new Elantra or $159 for a new Sonata. Hurry in and kick off the new year right. Columbus or Dublin or glakeshyundai.com. With proof credit $39.95 down plus tax, title, and fees. 2-year lease with 10K miles per year. New Hyundais come equipped with owner assurance and America's Best warranty. A 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain coverage. Ends 2-2.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. You don't want to start the new year off hurting. You don't want to start off the new year getting surgery. You don't want to start off the new year dealing with trying to plan something out into the future. What you want to do is get healthy. So what you want to do is go to my friends over at QC Kinetics. Dr. Tesner and his team, the medical pros at QC Kinetics right here in Columbus, they can deliver regenerative treatments that actually help your body repair the areas that are causing you pain. Those achy knees, hips, back, shoulders, whatever it is, they can help you get ready. So instead of those invasive operations, it's going to sideline you all of the early year. Go check out our friends at QC Kinetics and see if they can help you today. Imagine moving better, being stronger, planning your year, doing what actually you want to do. So don't wait. Call 380-228-4544. That's 380-228-4544. They have offices located in Dublin and Gahanna, and they're ready there for your free consultation. So go check them out today.
Matty Ice has a large tattoo on his calf of LeBron eating a lion. I have nothing else to say. Rockman and Ice.
Weekdays from noon to 3.
The Fan. Freshly brewed coffee.
Yes, it's coffee time. Coffee.
And a chat with Jackets coach Rick Bowness, who came out of retirement just to talk to T-Bone and Tyvis. I shall call this segment Coffee with the Coach.
Sponsored by Care Heating and Cooling. Call 1-800-COOLING when you need a company you can trust.
Every Thursday, we are joined by Jackets head coach, new Jackets head coach, Rick Bowness. Dylan, are we good? No? All right, we're waiting on Rick Bowness, so we'll get him momentarily. But obviously, Jackets tonight, it is a game day. They are taking on Dallas. We will get his thoughts as soon as we can. I did see this in the chat. I wanted to clarify something. We were talking about the Rooney Rule there in the NFL. A few people in the chat weren't understanding what I was saying, so that's on me for not getting it right or not saying it correctly. The Rooney Rule, as I understand it, it used to be that you had to interview at least one minority candidate before you could hire an NFL job. Now you have to interview two. But my understanding is each person you interview has to be interviewed at least twice. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Because that's why Mike McDaniel didn't satisfy the rule. Because he had interviewed once with the Browns. He was going to do a second interview, but then he canceled his second interview and went on to do all these other, now he's going to be the offensive coordinator. So that one interview they did with him doesn't count for anything. So they have to interview another candidate twice, along with, I guess they've already done that once. So this is the situation. They have to go out and find another person to interview who...
They really butchered this one.
Yeah.
But I mean, they didn't know that Mike McDaniel wasn't going to get the second interview like that, because he was scheduled to do it yesterday, I believe. So that would have been their way of completing it. He kind of gave him the middle finger on this one.
Well, and I mean, he's doing what's right for his career. He should have every right to do that. And again, I like the Rooney Rule. It's a good rule. I think it's something that every NFL franchise should have a clear and understandable process for how to manage that if they want to hire a head coach quickly, especially when we didn't know it was going to be like this, right? I don't think most people thought that the Steelers' job, the Ravens' job, the Bills' job would all be open, along with all the other teams that are open. No one, I think, had that on their bingo. Maybe one or two of those, not all three.
It was 10 available jobs, which it's usually 4 or 5 maybe, but 10, and it was some good ones. So it's
Yeah. So this is where that situation with Mike McDaniels now has put them back behind. So again, I feel like it's good to be thorough. It's also good to make sure that you have your processes in order so that you can satisfy all requirements that the league has, so that when you're ready to make a hire, other teams are also trying to get a guy that you want. You can be the team that can make the best offer and then make sure that guy doesn't get, while he's waiting around for you to finish your formalities. Now that looks bad on you for just, oh, sorry, we're interviewing you even though we have no desire to hire you. We've already decided who we're going to hire. That is not the spirit of the Rooney Rule anyway. But then beyond that, the guy that you want to hire may, while he's waiting around for you to get your stuff in order, another team may come in and just say, boom, here's a much better offer for you. This is more attractive. Why don't you come work here? We've satisfied all our requirements. That's the part that I don't get. So how the Browns have fallen behind on that doesn't make sense to me. And the answer is, they didn't anticipate Mike McDaniels taking this coordinator position. They should have. They should have understood that this is part of the process.
Because reports was Jeremy Fowler was like, the Browns have cast a wide net. It's about 40 guys that they've tried to talk to. And out of those 40 guys, you couldn't get a second interview. You couldn't get them to do 2 interviews and stuff like that. Like that's
right. I think instead of
put you in your own where you supposed, that's
maybe instead of interviewing like 20 people once, you should have interviewed you should have had a very specific list and interviewed both those guys as quickly do the 2 interviews as quickly as you can, right? Set that up so you can get as much of the legwork done early, so that if you need to take a few days and think about it, you have that time to do it. But also to be thorough and intentional with the process, as opposed to, well, we're going to take our time. Mike McDaniel said he can't get up here so quick. That's the part that bothers me, is that you didn't have a process clearly in place, and now it could cost them when they get into this. Are we getting no bones right now?
I guess not.
Okay, no bones today. All right, well, we'll adjust.
Maybe he was on a bender last night.
That's it. There you go. Jackets tonight taking on Dallas. Find out who they're going to roll out at goalie. I don't know. Elvis is throwing up in the back, and they're going to put him out there anyway. We'll see. That's all coming up. Tonight, we'll have all the coverage for you right here on The Fan. So I still struggle with trying to figure out in this NFL coaching cycle, like, I'm trying to think of what the best job is right now. Is it?
Bills or the Ravens?
Okay. Here's my question. Because I'm looking at that.
The first question you're going to ask is, who's the quarterback? No. You don't get better than Lamar and Josh Allen.
No, I'm not. Here's the problem. The ownership and the structure is going to be very important. If I am a guy who is highly sought after and I have options to go different places, like, for example, when John Harbaugh was in Baltimore, my understanding, part of his issue when he went to the Giants was, in Baltimore, the structure is he reports directly to the owner. The GM reports directly to the owner as well. They are on equal footing. One didn't report to the other, right? Mm-hmm. When he went to the Giants are like, hey, we don't do that. We have this GM, Joe Schoen, who's here. Usually the coaches
cut Saquon Barkley and let him go to the other team in the division.
That's correct.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Go ahead.
But
keep going.
That was part of what hung up John Harbaugh in the negotiations was, hey, I don't report to a GM. I reported to the owner when I was in Baltimore. We're going to do that here. The Giants were like, we don't typically do that. They've apparently worked this out. Mm-hmm. But if I'm looking at that as a prospective head coach, you're right. I could go work with Lamar Jackson in Baltimore or Josh Allen in Buffalo. In Buffalo, I know that Brandon Beane, who's now like given more power in that organization by their dumb ownership, who you heard talk yesterday. Now I know that guy is going to run everything, and I'm going to basically have to probably answer to that guy.
Okay.
You have to negotiate that. Maybe they will let you report right to the owner, who also seems like an idiot, but that seems like a little bit of a chaotic front office. Or I could go work for the Ravens, who Steve Bisciotti, as an owner, seems to be pretty no-nonsense, seems to be pretty easygoing when it comes to, you want to talk right to me? Great. You can have nobody ahead of you. You can just be the head coach and report only to ownership. Now, that still can create its own problems, but I could see that being more attractive, given both teams still have a great quarterback.
I think that to win games in this league, you need to have players, particularly the quarterback position, and those two have that. I think even with all the chaos that might happen in the front office, at the end of the day, you got to be able to put a game plan together and have the players to be able to execute that game plan. Those two teams probably are the closest to doing that. So to me, those are the two most appealing jobs and the 2 best jobs. So that's my thought.
Yeah. Which one's better?
Which one between the Bills and the Ravens?
Yeah. Like I'm saying, given all that stuff we talked about, when you have a decent quarterback either way, but now it's front office structure, the rest of the team. I mean, Ravens have some decent holes to fill on their roster too. They're a lot of their gambles on that roster did not pan out this year. And I don't think it's all on that, but some of it, I mean, I feel like the Bills roster is probably a little closer than the Ravens roster is right now. And if you have both quarterbacks being equal in your mind.
This is a tough one.
See? That's what I'm saying. Tough to figure out which one of those is the best job. And then again, the Steelers are just sitting there with like the Steelers are the Steelers, where they always seem to be consistent.
Baltimore probably is the better job because they're in the easier division. The Browns and the Bengals. I mean, Bengals when healthy, but they still got to figure their defense out. So you probably beat them. Pittsburgh is in the same situation you in, and they don't have a quarterback. So Baltimore, realistically, you could go in there and win the division this year. Buffalo, New England seems like they ain't going nowhere. So that's going to be the tough competition every year. But you got the best quarterback out of the division, so it could be there. And you got James Cook, who I think
so.
Second team
taking?
Probably Baltimore.
Okay, yeah. I think I'm kind of there too. I think Baltimore's probably where I land on that as well. I'm fascinated by a sports conspiracy theory that, despite sounding insane, it keeps being taken more and more seriously. Tell you the latest on this next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
It's Timmy Hall and AI Common Man. Happy to ring in another year with our friends at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Hey, Mikey, do you want to be a millionaire? Hollywood is the place to do it.
From now until March 25th, you have the chance to win $1 million instantly. And here's something Mikey likey. All new brunch items at the Sportsbook restaurant and bar like Biscoff stuffed French toast, country Benedict, or roast beef hash skillet. Yummy.
Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Listen up, football fans. You won't want to miss this.
Right now, new Bet365 customers bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets, win or lose. So you could turn that $200 into something bigger when you bet on money line, spread, totals, player props.
$200 in bonus bets when new customers bet $5. I know where I'm going to bet from now on. Download the app today and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
Enjoy more ways to save at Kroger, like low prices in every aisle. And you can clip and save more with digital coupons in the Kroger app. Plus, you can earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. So it's always easy to save big. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Fuel restrictions apply. See site for details.
You can save big on select varieties of Kroger cheese. 6 to 8 ounce packs are just $1.79 each with your digital coupon. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Chris Stapleton's All-American Roadshow. Saturday, August 1st at Paycor Stadium with special guests Lainey Wilson and Alan Stone. Chris Stapleton's All-American Roadshow. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com.
Hey there, Jane Lynch here. You want to hear something funny? Too bad. You want to hear something uplifting that will inspire you? Good. Because today, I want to talk to you about Direct Relief, a humanitarian organization that does seriously good work when it counts. Fires, hurricanes, earthquakes. When disaster strikes, Direct Relief immediately shows up with medicines, medical supplies, and everything doctors and nurses need to save lives. Let's ship her out! Every day across the United States and around the world, they're making an enormous difference. If someone needs help, Direct Relief helps. No politics, no red tape. Hey, what you doing over there?
Oh, I'm packing insulin for kids with diabetes.
See, every box here is literally a lifeline for someone in critical need. So check them out at directrelief.org. You might just bring a smile to someone's face.
You still thinking job change in the new year?
Yeah, I need something that's in high demand and more stable in this economy.
IT?
Yeah, cybersecurity, maybe even AI.
That's what I did.
Really? How?
Went to My Computer Career. You don't need any prior experience, and you could start your new career in a matter of months. A lot of IT pros go to school there, too, to level up.
Sweet. Are classes online or on campus?
Both.
Well, I'll check it out. Thanks.
Make this your year. Take the free career evaluation now at mycomputercareer.edu, an Elite CompTIA certification partner.
Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Your mornings are jam-packed. So if you're going to add anything, make it your favorite bite from Tim Hortons. Buy any size beverage and add a daily baked donut for $1, a tasty bagel for $2, or a freshly cracked hot breakfast sandwich for just $3. It's the best way to add more to your morning. The 1-2-3 menu, only at your neighborhood Tim Hortons. At participating U.S. restaurants, must ask for offer in restaurant. Tax extra exclusions and terms apply at timhortons.com/offer-terms.
Join the fan weeknights at 6 for the Buckeye Show. And if you're asking if it's just a bunch of homers rooting for all things Ohio State, yes, it is. Proud to be your flagship home of the Buckeyes, the Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Carpenter Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electric, and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep your home comfortable. The Fan.
Both of these men love the Browns. Also, both of these men hate the Browns. If you know, you know. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
Winters can be brutal, of course, here in Central Ohio. You are feeling the chill. You're going to feel it a lot this weekend, too. And if your drafty windows give you that headache in your house where you're saying, we run the heater, our heating bills are up, we're trying to figure out what to do, maybe it's time to replace those old drafty windows. You've been thinking about doing it. You know you've got the builder grade windows that came with the house, not your fault, but now you want to get better windows. You want to upgrade. It's a great time to do so with Window Nation. Their buy 4, get 4 windows free sale is going on now. You can replace all the windows in your home. Use that buy 4, get 4 windows free sale to get a great deal. Plus, you could get them with 0 down, 0 monthly payments, and 0 interest for 2 years. But I get it. You're sitting there thinking, do I know that these windows are high quality? Well, they have over 45,000 5-star reviews. They have installed over 3 million windows across the country. All of their windows get a 50-point inspection from the factory, a 20-point inspection once they're being installed, and their crews can install them in a day or less. So it's little disruption to your life. It's a huge benefit to you when it comes to your energy costs and just enjoying the comfort of your house that you're paying for. You might as well enjoy it. You can do that better with Window Nation. So check them out today. Go online, get a free estimate now. WindowNation.com is the place to go. Buy 4 windows, get 4 windows free sale. WindowNation.com, the place to go. Tyvis, the conspiracy theory that we've talked about often is the 49ers, the electrical substation next to their practice facility, right? Okay. So I roll my eyes when I first saw this. You rolled your eyes when you're still rolling your eyes.
Yeah,
rightfully so.
I was fine.
The whole thing, if you've missed this, is that internet sleuths think they've stumbled onto why the 49ers, they do have more injuries than the average NFL team. I don't know if they have the most injuries, but they are usually in the top 10 as far as injuries per year to their players. Okay? Now, one of the theories behind why that's happening is the electromagnetic waves that are coming off of this power station that's right next to where their practice facility is, which is also, yes,
a lot of yoga going on.
Giant X-Files thing. I guess, man. So
they reaching, boy.
Well, this started from some guy on the internet who, like, this is his thing, is that electromagnetic waves are ruining our lives, and you got, wrap your cell phone in aluminum foil. I don't know, whatever stuff people do. That's kind of where this started, just on the corners of the internet where they already think this is a problem, and they're using this as evidence to prop up their theory. Well, last week we talked about, despite this being pretty laughable and probably not true, now you have agents going and talking to reporters saying, oh, yeah, I've got guys who call me and say, I don't want to play for the 49ers because I'm worried about my injury situation with whatever's going on there with this electric power station.
That is not why they don't want to play for the Niners. They don't want to play for the Niners because it's the highest tax team in the NFL.
Hey, that may be the real reason. We were playing it earlier. Is that officially cap?
Cap.
That's cap.
Okay. So all I'm saying is these agents are now telling reporters they're getting calls from real NFL players saying, I'm worried about it. Is that real? Should I play there? I'm concerned. Now here's the level we've reached as of today. Yesterday, GM of the 49ers, John Lynch, was asked about this, and the reporter, of course, had to apologize like multiple times. He's like, I'm sorry I'm asking you this. I know this is silly. I hate to bring this up. However, it is a question that we're getting. People are asking about it. Players are asking about it. So here's what John Lynch said about this crazy internet conspiracy theory that the electromagnetic waves are injuring the 49ers.
Because it deals with allegedly, the health and safety of our players, I think you have to look into everything. And so our guys have been. We've been reaching out to anyone and everyone to see, does a study exist other than a guy sticking an apparatus underneath a fence and coming up with a number that I have no idea what that means. That's what we know exists. We've heard that debunked. So yes, we will look into it. We have. The health and safety of our players is of the utmost priority. We pour into it. Our ownership, Jed, tremendous in terms of resources, and we'll always be cognizant of things. I know that a lot of games have been won at this facility, since it opened, and but yeah, we aren't going to turn a blind eye. We'll look into everything.
He didn't say no. He didn't say that's completely ridiculous.
He's saying the opposite. He's saying we have to do. This is the problem. Like, I don't blame him for doing this, honestly. I genuinely don't. Because he's looking at it saying, I don't want to be accused of ignoring anything. We want to be a thorough team. We want to get to the bottom of this whole thing. But yeah, man, I can't believe we are in a world where that's actually a concern that is being addressed by an NFL GM. But we are, because perception is reality. And if you have enough players who are saying, no, man, don't go play there because you'll get hurt, regardless of why they think that, if that's a real thing that starts to become an undercurrent among free agents, it can cost your team. Now, like you said, Tyvis, you played there. I mean, were you there when they had this practice facility?
The same one that they had now?
Well, I don't know. I'm trying to think of when it was.
It's been the same.
You practiced next and
right outside the stadium. Yeah.
And was your wrist hurting?
No.
I know you had a bum wrist.
The only thing I ever suffered there was the low ankle sprain.
Oh, see, there you go. Soft tissue injury.
Did you suffer an ankle sprain at any of your other NFL stops?
Yes.
Okay.
I suffered it here.
I know, that's right.
At the radio station?
Right. No, I'm talking about it at O State.
Give it enough time. That'll happen. No, I just feel like we're reaching a point, and maybe when Aaron Rodgers came out with his like crazy stuff that he used to talk about and all the weird things he would get into with his ayahuasca trips and whatnot, like maybe I've undersold just how many guys in the NFL are that superstitious, or not superstitious. They'll believe a lot of things that maybe I wouldn't believe, right? Like, there's probably a lot of guys in the NFL who are just like, no, I heard this, and it's their career. They only get one shot at it. They don't want to risk it. And if you've got offers from 3 different teams, and one of them is the place where there's a lot of injuries, regardless of why, I think that might be a bigger concern to look into if you're John Lynch. Why are people getting hurt more playing for our team? Is it just random coincidence? Is our strength and conditioning bad? Is it something with how we run practices? Those are things you probably look at more than the electromagnetic waves coming off the power station.
Yeah, I feel bad for the shrimp coaches because they probably rotated through a bunch of those guys. I really don't have an answer why guys get hurt out there. To me, injuries is one of those things where it's just your time. It's just your time to be hurt. Yeah, the only thing I suffered out there was an ankle sprain, and I might have had like an AC joint. If I think
the answer's in your face, Tyvis. You're just in denial.
Yeah,
no, but my things are, there's a difference between being hurt and being injured. Like, I was hurt, but like injured means you can't play. Like, I played.
How much money did Roger Goodell give you to perpetuate this, to hide what's really going on?
Enough.
Why are you covering for clearly this conspiracy
I'm gonna sell
to injure players?
First of all, if Roger Goodell, as much money Roger Goodell make, I need a couple M&Ms to cover you. I know what you make. I want a couple M&Ms.
Oh, man.
To sit up here and tell something like this. But no, to me, honestly, it always was funny to me that we did lead the league in IR players, but I never looked at it like, it was always like the weirdest one was when Jerick McKinnon got hurt. That was the weirdest one because it was like the day we did final roster cuts. It was the day of final rosters cuts, right? We had practice. which I don't know why we had practice, but we had practice. And he literally got hurt on a handoff. Nobody touched him. He just like got the handoff and he just fell to the ground. And I was like, everybody like, what happened to him? But when that happens, you know it's serious.
Yeah,
and he ended up like, I don't remember if he tore his ACL or if he messed his Achilles up, but that was like weird that happened. Like, right? Like it was
weird.
It was weird.
There you go. That's
but again,
just enough. It's probably why.
That was like the only crazy injury that happened that year. Anything else was probably like field related. Like you got hit or you tried to do something too much or something like that. But that one was the one where I was like, that's kind of wild that just happened.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm just telling you, the perception's reality. And if enough people are like worried about it, then now you've got literally the GM of the team addressing it, which is insane to me, but that's where we are. NFL owners are really dumb. One of them showed you just how dumb he is. You'll hear from that dumb owner next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
We are so closely monitoring a disabled vehicle from Dublin. If you're heading towards Hilliard this morning, 270 in that southbound direction, just passing Tuttle Mall and Tuttle Crossing Boulevard. That right shoulder is blocked. Not really seeing any traffic impacted from that as of right now. Overall, looking pretty slower when it comes to your drive times around the metro this morning, especially on 71 northbound by Greenlawn Avenue, already down to 33 miles per hour for your slowdowns this morning. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Men, the new year is here, and if you're like many of us, you're ready to improve your health. But if you're feeling low energy, not sleeping well, or not seeing results in the gym, keeping that resolution can be tough. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health, and if those symptoms sound familiar, we can likely help. They often point to low testosterone, and treating low T is what we do. But this year, we're also helping men go further with 4 targeted body composition plans featuring growth hormone peptides, NAD+, GLP-1s, and more. Designed to boost energy, support metabolism, enhance recovery, and accelerate fat loss. With our low T treatments combined with our body composition programs, most men notice real improvements. More energy, better focus, improved sleep, stronger workouts, and often a renewed sex drive as well. So call us. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes blood work and a medical consult. And if you start on treatment the same day, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or visit tristatemenshealth.com.
Featured therapies are compounded and have not been evaluated nor approved by the FDA. Provider prescription required. See website for details.
Alexa, how do I handle this leaky pipe under my kitchen sink?
The best answer is to call the Waterworks at 614-232-2222.
Alexa, how do I reconnect my toilet to the sewer line?
Kevin, do yourself a favor and just call the Waterworks.
You're right. What's that number again?
Call the Waterworks at 614-232-2222. Better care, better value, better results.
Fall is the season of change, and Hinderer Motor Company is turning over a new leaf with big savings. This is Justin Hinderer. Right now, any one of our participating locations is paying up to $3,500 over Kelley Blue Book value. That's right. Drive in your current vehicle and leaf with one of ours today. Don't wait. The leaves are falling and so are the prices. At Hinderer Motor Company, we love what moves you.
Why settle for a cold burrito when you can get toasted at Hothead Burritos? Crispy golden on the outside, perfectly melted cheese on the inside. Create your burrito, quesadilla, or bowl and get it toasted at Hothead Burritos. Get up and get you some.
I love Right Pack Credit Union because they're solution driven. I feel valued as a member.
They're focused on the latest technology and the personal connections.
Experience benefits that go beyond banking with Right Pack Credit Union. Just ask our actual members.
I definitely recommend Right Pack to all my family and friends as a credit union of choice.
Visit one of our Columbus area Right Pack Credit Union member centers near you. Based on individual members' experiences, results may vary.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. After suffering an injury, you may face many hard questions. What will tomorrow bring? Which firm should I choose to represent me and my family? At Morgan & Morgan, we will hold your hand every step of the way. From our one-click sign-up, mobile apps, and 24/7 availability, we make it easy to get your case started right from the comfort of your couch. All firms are not the same. The choice is easy. Morgan & Morgan, for the people. Injured? Dial pound law.
Morgan & Morgan, Ohio office located at 600 Vine Street, Cincinnati. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. They could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor and call a Groundworks company. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation. Schedule a free inspection with Ohio Basement Authority, a Groundworks company.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
BMI Federal Credit Union has been voted best credit union for the past 8 years in a row. With personalized service and excellent products, BMI FCU is ready to help with all your banking needs. Visit BMIFCU.org to open an account today.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Let me ask you something. When's the last time a contractor did exactly what they said they would? On time, on budget, didn't give you any surprises at the end. With Baths R Us, there are no surprises. These folks started in Ohio and grew by word of mouth because they do it right the first time. On time, on budget. And here's the difference with Baths R Us. They have local crews, never subcontracted. The people who show up to your door, they're trained Baths R Us employees. They aren't just some random crew that got hired last week and has no idea what they're doing in your home. Whether you need a safer bathroom to stay independent or you just want a space you're proud of, Baths R Us builds it to last. That's Baths R Us. Call today and see what it's like to work with people who actually keep their promises. 380-225-BATH. That's to call Baths R Us and deal with a company that started right here in Ohio and grew by word of mouth. Because they treat people right. They do what they say they're going to do. 380-225-BATH to call Baths R Us. Baths R Us. Bathrooms you can trust. Call now.
Broadcasting live from the McDaniel GM Superstore Studios. Driving excellence since 1916. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. WBNS HD1 Columbus.
Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. The Cleveland Cavaliers were on the road in Charlotte last night to take on the Hornets. Donovan Mitchell scored 24 points and the Cavs won 94-87. Up next, they'll host the Sacramento Kings on Friday night. The Columbus Blue Jackets will be on home ice. They'll host the Dallas Stars tonight. Coverage starts at 6:30 right here on The Fan. The 12th-ranked Ohio State women's basketball team will go for their 7th straight win when they host the Indiana Hoosiers tonight. Tip-off is at 8 o'clock over on The Fan, too. And finally, the Horseshoe will have a new look next season as Ohio State is set to replace the video board in the north end zone for the 2026 campaign. This update was sponsored by Uber Eats. Uber Eats has a great deal waiting for you at El Vaquero. From now until March 31st, buy one quesadilla, get one free on the app. Terms apply. Breaking sports news when it happens right here on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Tyvis Powell is a legendary Buckeye. T-Bone loves to eat Buckeyes. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Well, you want to feel old? I got a way for you to do it. How many of you remember when a guy named Kobe Bryant scored 81 points in an NBA game? Yeah. I remember that.
I remember that, too.
Yeah. You want to know how long ago that happened? 20 years ago today. That's January 22nd, 2006.
I was 11.
Kobe Bryant scored 81 against the Toronto Raptors. Final of that game, 122-104. 20 years ago today. Now, I put up the box score because I wanted to see exactly
what do you have at halftime?
I don't know. I don't have that. But what I do have is, here are the numbers. Maybe you can look that up, Dylan, and see what he had at halftime. Because what I have here is he was 28 of 46 from the field, 7 of 13 from three-point land, 18 of 20 on the free throw line. So, I mean, nailed his free throws, as you do. 81 points, though. I mean, I don't think we'll ever see. Well, I shouldn't say that we won't ever see anything like that again because they keep scoring 50 and 60 points a game. But
Luka had 73.
That's right.
Two years ago.
I believe Devin Booker and Joel Embiid have had 70-point games recently.
You're right.
Donovan Mitchell had 71, didn't he?
You're right. We'll see it again. We'll probably see it before the end of this year.
100. I still don't believe in Wilt's 100-point because there's no film of it. Just him holding up a sign with 100.
Okay.
There's no how can you say there's no film of it?
Well, here's what I can't. I actually go the other way on it, which is if we're going to say, and I think this is accurate, that like NBA players back when Wilt Chamberlain played they were built a little different than they are now. Like I do think.
Because they were in foot pediatrics in the offseason? Is that why they were built different?
The fact
Pumping
that
gas?
A lot of these guys, this was like their other job. Yes. Like the fact that we talk about that all the time, like about how that era, the average NBA player was not a professional athlete like they are now, where your whole life revolves around getting your body in shape and all that stuff. Same with football, same with everything. Like, sports have changed in that way over the last 70 years, whatever it was. But I do feel like because of that, it is entirely believable that someone as good as Will Chamberlain absolutely could score 100 points on a bunch of plumbers. Yes, I do. Like, I believe that happened. I very much do. I think, and there is video footage of it, is there not?
No.
Not like of every point, but
I don't think there's any.
I'm pretty sure there's some footage of it.
I was filling in on Bishop and Friends over the summer, and we did a sports time machine, like what event you would go back to, and I chose that so I could have proof.
Okay, but back then you have to take every stat from that era and say they didn't happen.
Wait a minute. Kobe had 26 points at halftime?
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing.
Jeez.
55 in the second half.
Are you kidding me? I didn't know that. He had 20. I mean, 26 at halftime is great.
Right.
Man scored 81. He had 55 in the second half. Is that right?
Ridiculous.
God.
Yeah, he was on another level.
Well, 20 years ago today, Kobe Bryant, 81 points.
Mo Pete couldn't stop him.
Oh, dude, looking at that lineup,
I love Mo Pete back in the day.
Jalen Rose gets a lot of strays for not being able to guard him that game.
Well,
I'm sure they threw the whole team at him.
I say everybody got some on that day.
Here was the starting five of Toronto that game: Chris Bosh, Matt Bonner, Mike James, Morris Peterson, and Jalen Rose. Okay, Lakers starting five: Lamar Odom, Kobe, Chris Mim, Kwame Brown, and Smush Parker. I forgot about Smush
Parker.
Yeah, absolutely. Devin George was on that roster. Luke Walton was on that roster.
This man scored 55 points.
Slava Medvedenko was on that roster. These are some names.
He got 63 points with 6 minutes to go. Like, that's
unbelievable. All right, so let's play a little bit of this dumb audio from the Buffalo Bills owner, Terry Pegula. He was talking yesterday because he had to come out and defend firing Sean McDermott. Rightfully so. A lot of Bills fans, I don't know if they're necessarily frustrated at that, but I think Bills fans are saying, why are you firing the head coach, but not only retaining the GM, promoting him? Didn't Brandon Beane, their GM, did he get like team president added to his title or something else like that?
Yep.
Okay. So he gets more power despite the fact that everyone kind of acknowledges the Bills roster was not as good as it should have been. The last few years, it has deteriorated. It has not been built up, and that could largely be put on Brandon Beane. Well, one of the examples of that is Keon Coleman. Keon Coleman was a draft pick in 2024. A lot of people in the fan base cite him as a reason why Brandon Beane shouldn't be the GM because that was a bad pick. He was a healthy scratch a few times at the end of the year. Didn't get more than 50 yards other than in the opener this season. That's not good enough for a guy who they took with the first pick in the second round 2 years ago. So reporters are there, Brandon Beane is there, and Terry Pegula is there, the owner of the Bills. Terry Pegula, this question is actually directed to Brandon Beane, but Terry Pegula jumps in.
Yeah, can I interrupt? I'll address the Keon situation. The coaching staff pushed to draft Keon. I'm not saying Brandon wouldn't have drafted him, but he wasn't his next choice. That was Brandon being a team player and taking advice of his coaching staff, who felt strongly about the player. And, he's taken, for some reason, heat over it and not saying a word about it. But I'm here to tell you the true story.
For some reason, he's taking heat over it. Could it be the fact that the Bills' own in-house media put out a draft day thing from that year where in it you have Brandon Beane on camera with microphones on in a well-lit studio saying the following?
Basically, when I went to bed that night, I was like, it's Keon unless someone just blows us away. We didn't feel anything was attractive enough for us to pass up on Keon.
Okay.
AI, T-Bone.
AI, that's right. It's probably artificial intelligence, probably not real.
I don't like this about the Bills because it's accountability. Like, you're never going to move on until you take accountability. Like, y'all be sitting there trying to just put blame. The Browns doing the same thing. Like, they're putting the blame on Kevin, and Kevin doubling down, getting Tommy Reese to come with him. He basically saying, it's y'all.
Yeah,
so we going to find out.
He's getting Bill Callahan. Like, he said, all right, let me put my staff together similar to what it was in Cleveland, and we'll see if the offense is the same in Atlanta or if maybe the problem wasn't me.
But, like, for Buffalo, like, they just, to me, like Keon Coleman to me was an obvious choice at the spot. Again, only other player you could have got was Ladd McConkey, which I'm trying to think I don't remember who their receiving core was. Oh, they had Khalil Shakir. So that's probably why they was like, we want a more outside guy. I think Keon Coleman is like 6'4", so they like, we want that big body receiver on the outside. So it was a logical pick. The only thing about him is he's just immature. Like he just got to lock in. If he locks in, obviously he can be a good player. And he needs to be more consistent. That's about it. In the playoffs, didn't he have a touchdown? I think he had a touchdown in one of them games that helped him win. So he's got a ton of potential. He's just young and too immature to lock in. If he becomes a pro and goes about his business, he can be a good piece for them.
Keon Cole is also still on the roster. Like, the bigger point to me is just how dumb this press conference was yesterday. And by the way, Terry Pagula said a lot of other dumb things there.
After this.
Yeah, man, like, I cannot imagine, like, working here at the radio station, if one of our bosses went over on 10 TV and was like, I got to tell you, that T-Bone and Tyvis, we hate that show. I don't even know why it's on the air. Like,
they probably feel that way.
I mean, they very well may. In fact, let's flip on 10 TV right now and see what they're saying. But, like, I'm just saying, how would then you and I, we would both look at that and immediately what would be the first thing you do? We'd both want to go talk to that person and be like, where was this criticism? Where is this coming from? And with Keon Cole, like, he through his agent, I think, said no comment, whatever. His agent didn't respond to requests for an interview. But, like, that's just a dysfunctional organization. If the owner of the team is going to come out and say, yeah, that was such a bad pick, at least with the Deshaun Watson thing, when the Haslams kind of acknowledged, like, that didn't work out. This was at a point where it was given plenty of chances to work out, and they basically now have acknowledged, like, yeah, we made the wrong deal there. That's not with a draft pick that you still could salvage. Potentially, you could still salvage this pick if you wanted to. There was no salvaging this Deshaun Watson situation. And, of course, I say that next year he'll probably be your starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns.
That's probably exactly what's going to happen. That's probably
good times.
Exactly
well, they got to find.
And you know, it's even worse. He probably going to play well.
No, I don't think that's I think those days are gone. But they have to find a head coach first, and they're still a long way from doing that. There's some family drama with one of the most famous owners of a pro sports team in the history of the game. We'll tell you about it next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Hey there, and good Thursday morning. Still seeing a couple crashes out there for your commute. Starting over in Pataskala, there's an incident on 310, that southbound direction, just passing Apple Blossom Road southwest. So expect some lane closures out there, folks. And New Albany, still not looking pretty. Your roads, 161 eastbound, noticing a crash out there, just passing Hamilton Road. That right shoulder is blocked and down to 14 miles per hour for your travel times. Taking East Dublin Granville Road will be your best bet for that detour, so keep that in mind. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Tired of snoring? Dr. Mark Levy can help with a custom mouthpiece that opens your airway and stops the snoring. No mask, no noise. Call 1-800-MORE-SLEEP or visit sleepbettercolumbus.com today. Stop snoring. Sleep better. Live better.
Now's the time to buy or renew your 2026 dog licenses. Not only are dog licenses required by law, but fees support the Franklin County Dog Shelter and Adoption Center. Buy or renew your dog licenses today at franklincountyauditor.com.
Make this your year. Looking for a new career in the high-demand fields of IT and cybersecurity? Attend classes live, online, or on campus. Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today.
Financial aid is available to those who qualify.
Give your home a beautiful makeover with help from Menards. Update any room with flooring from Tarkett. From easy-to-install sheet vinyl and vinyl plank to durable laminate flooring, Tarkett has the perfect flooring option for you. Vericore vinyl plank is waterproof and perfect for any room in your house. Pick it up for just $329 per square foot. Now through January 24th. Plus, get 15% off everything you can fit in the bag. See store for complete details.
Save big money at Menards.
New year, new you, new truck from Germain Toyota of Columbus. And the deals are built tough.
Drive home the all-new 2026 Toyota Tacoma with 2.99% financing for up to 48 months. Need more muscle? The 2026 Toyota Tundra delivers with 2.99% financing for up to 72 months, or take $3,000 in customer cash. Germain Toyota has the truck and the deal you've been waiting for. Shop today at Germain Toyota of Columbus, where selection, value, and trust come standard. Germain Toyota on the corner of I-70 and Bryce Road.
A friend is someone who knows where you came from. Someone who always shows up when you need them. Someone who's there for the good times and the challenging ones. With comprehensive insurance policies backed by award-winning customer service, Shelter Insurance is committed to being there when you need us most. To find your local agent, visit shelterinsurance.com. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Your mornings are jam-packed. So if you're going to add anything, make it your favorite bite from Tim Hortons. Buy any size beverage and add a daily baked donut for $1, a tasty bagel for $2, or a freshly cracked hot breakfast sandwich for just $3. It's the best way to add more to your morning. The 1-2-3 menu, only at your neighborhood Tim Hortons. At participating U.S. restaurants, must ask for offer in restaurant. Tax extra. Exclusions and terms apply at timhortons.com/offer-terms.
Hey, it's T-Bone again. Listen up. Sleep apnea doesn't have to rule your nights. Dr. Mark Levy's been treating snoring and sleep apnea for over 15 years with proven results. And now he has an office in Marysville. Call 1-800-MORE-SLEEP or go to sleepbettercolumbus.com. Stop snoring, sleep better, live better.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy houses as is, fast for cash. Call me today for an all-cash offer on any of your properties, and we can close within days at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. Do you own a property that's outdated and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Great, I'll buy it. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. Would it be convenient for you if you could simply take what you wanted and leave the rest behind? Great, I'll buy it. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family, apartment buildings, rental portfolios. I even buy my tenant won't pay me the rent houses. Call TurboTrack Realty today for an all-cash offer and speak with one of our friendly staff members at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
In the old days when people lived to be 40, you only had one option for listening to your favorite show. But now, ooh, baby, radio, podcast, the Fan app, and YouTube, ooh, just to name a few, live or on demand. You have no excuses. The Fan. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Wake-up temperatures will be in the 30s with breezy winds that will continue into the day today. Highs settling right around freezing with partly sunny skies. And then for tonight, mostly cloudy with overnight lows in the teens. For Friday, partly sunny and cold again with highs struggling to get into the teens and falling throughout the day. Eventually, those wind chills will yet again be below zero with gusty winds. So bundle up and stay warm. For the Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with a 10 weather impact forecast.
We've been your Jackets flagship station since day one. All the goals, all the action, all the memories. Your home for the Columbus Blue Jackets, the Fan, Ohio sports destination. Tyvis hates Girl Scout cookies. I hate it. And little girls. And America. I hate. Seriously, Tyvis, what the hell?
Okay, whatever this is, I already hate it.
You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
All right, so if you're trying to deal with a situation as delicate as erectile dysfunction, ED, or maybe it's low testosterone, you've heard things, you're not sure what to do, there are online sites that will tell you, oh, here, we'll send you a pill, we'll get you fixed up, it's very discreet, and that can be okay, but the problem with it is if that treatment doesn't work, and then you're stuck because you said, oh, I already tried something that didn't work, I don't know what's going on. This is the option that I think is better, is to go to a medical professional in person. Talk to them about what's actually going on, because everybody's different, right? Each body is different. There's different solutions out there for you. And men, as you know, I mean, there are a lot of different things out there that you could be dealing with that could be causing these issues. This is why I choose to go to Columbus Men's Clinic, because Columbus Men's Clinic, you sit down with a medical professional, you talk about what's going on, you get the blood work done. It's all there in their medical office. You find out what's going on with you, and then they come back with a game plan for you specifically. And, oh, by the way, if you say, hey, here's my budget, here's what I'm working with, I don't want to, I'm not looking to get the most expensive treatment out there, they've got options for every budget and every body. So that's why you need to check out Columbus Men's Clinic. Go in person, talk to someone who is an actual medical professional who can help you with these issues, whether it is low T or erectile dysfunction. They have solutions for both. You can call them today, 614-300-7400, or you can book online. You can do that. Just go to columbusmensclinic.com. It takes you about 30 seconds, and you'll get the appointment set up, and then you'll get some answers once you go for that consultation. Again, the number, 614-300-7400, or book online under 30 seconds, columbusmensclinic.com.
You know, there's multiple ways to be a part of this morning show. You know, obviously you can tweet us at Bone and Tyvis 971 on Twitter, and we'll get to tweets and respond to tweets there. Or you can always hop in the chat, which we always pay a lot of attention to the chat. And Chris G we were talking about Kobe Bryant with the 81-point performance because it's the anniversary of that.
20 years ago today.
20 years ago. And Chris G said that he was lucky enough to grow up in Cali during Shaq and Kobe. And he got to see them play in person a few times. He didn't know how special that was as a kid. And when he said that, it made me think like, man, I wish I was like old enough to see like the Bulls in the 90s with Jordan. Like, obviously, I could have seen it in like 96 through 98, but like I would have been 2 to 4 years old, so I really wouldn't have understood what was going on. And then the bearded Buckeye Billy says that I would have loved the Browns in 85 through 87.
Oh,
I'm guessing that's the Bernie days.
Yeah, I think, or is that Brian Sipe? That might have been a little
Brian
before.
Sipe?
Might have been. It's either right when Bernie got there or slightly. My timeline's bad on that. We'll have to go back and double check.
Anyways, it made me start thinking about like, what is some of the coolest events or sporting events that I've witnessed in person, not as a player, but as a fan.
Well, yeah, because you've probably seen a lot of great events.
Yeah,
as a part of them as a player, but
like as a true fan sitting in the stands.
Yeah.
I think the best one off the top of my head that I can come up with is when in 2011, Wisconsin versus Ohio State. I was not on the team. I was still in high school. I watched Braxton Miller.
Oh,
that night game, throw that bomb to Devin Smith.
Yes.
I went crazy. Like, this was wild. We rushed the field after the game. It was wild. But that might, at the top of my head, that's probably like one of the top things that I like witnessed live.
What a great play.
Yeah, it
was. That's still, one of my favorite highlights as a Buckeye. That's really good. I have not been, I hadn't been to we didn't grow up going to a ton of games when I was a kid. Although I did see, I believe Eddie George went for 200 yards plus against Washington. I was there for a game where Eddie went off against Washington. I don't remember the exact yardage, but it was a pretty good game. I don't think, it wasn't like the Illinois game where he went for 300 yards, so that's an all-timer. But probably the best sporting event I've been to, and it wasn't like a playoff game or anything, I bought tickets the last year LeBron was in Cleveland before he left to go to Miami. The first, chapter in Cleveland. Mm-hmm. His final season, we didn't know it at the time, but the Thunder were coming to town. And they had this kid named Kevin Durant, who everybody had been hearing about. And now looking back, I need to go check and see if, I think Russ and Harden may have been on that team too, for all I know. I'm not sure about all that. But I do know I wanted to go see Kevin Durant because I'd heard such good things and seen good things from watching him in college the 1 year, and then obviously in the NBA. And LeBron, I thought this could be a matchup of two superstars in the future. Well, LeBron was, but Kevin Durant was ascending. He wasn't there yet.
Yeah.
Didn't disappoint. Kevin Durant, I feel like, had either 25 or 30, and LeBron kind of matched that. But down the stretch, it was like LeBron got a bucket, Durant got a bucket, LeBron got a bucket. In the end, Boobie Gibson hit a three to win the game. Yeah, Daniel Gibson hit a three for him. And that was, it was a close game. It wasn't like for playoff stakes or anything else. It was just a good game.
Yeah.
But it's seeing those two legends trade buckets down the stretch that I will always remember. That was one of my favorites.
Dylan was in the house when we lost to Michigan State, so.
Yeah, Dylan, you've been to a lot of games. Do you have any of those, your best sporting event you've been to as a fan?
I'm going to be honest, Tyvis. It was with you on the field, and it was that quarterfinal or the semifinal game against Alabama.
You was there?
Yeah. In New Orleans.
Good time.
Oh, yeah.
See, as a fan, I would that. I lived it, so
Zeke ran towards me, 85 yards through the heart of the South. Your interception was on the opposite end zone. I'm going to be honest with you. I was too far away. I couldn't see. I couldn't tell that you caught it at first until you brought it out. It helped me know that you picked it off.
And you were screaming, "Get down."
No, that was my favorite moment because literally when that ball got thrown into the end zone, because I was so far away and I couldn't see, like, my heart stopped because I was like, if Alabama catches it, they're winning.
They ain't winning. They was going into overtime.
Maybe they would have went for 2. And then you would have picked that off instead.
Yeah, I would have. Yeah, I came in.
Other good moments that I've had, like
I wish I was a fan in 2013 in the Team Up North game. Like, instead of me making the play, like, I wish I could have seen it like an out of body experience of being in the stands, like being on edge, like, oh my goodness, they might lose this game, and then he picks it up.
Right.
Like, I wonder what that feels like as a fan.
Well, I mean, I can tell you as someone who's been in the stands for, like I said, that Cavs Thunder game where it's like the building, when you're in a spot like that where it's such a tight game and everybody knows the stakes and everyone's excited, like the way the crowd just becomes like one gigantic organism where it's not like a bunch of individuals who have different thoughts, or some people are paying attention, some people are not. Everyone's locked in. 90% of the people in the home building, right, are on one side. Obviously, that was up in Michigan, right? Yeah. So, like, all the away fans, obviously, were the ones who were in pockets. But I'm sure feeling that home stadium crowd just go, like, and then having the pockets of Buckeye fans just scream at the top of their lungs.
Somebody like
that'd be awesome.
Ski Slope Logan said he was at the JT was short game.
Oh, yeah. The spot was good game.
No.
Spot was good.
That was chaotic in the shoe. Ooh.
The loudest arena I've ever been to, it was either game 3 or 4 of the NBA Finals. First year LeBron came back when they played Golden State. LeBron threw a no-look over the head pass to Mozgov. He dunked it. I screamed at the top of my lungs and couldn't even hear myself. That's how loud the cue was. But then the Cavs went on to lose by like 27.
Oh, yeah.
But in that moment.
Yes. Yeah. So you know what? Tweet us those at Bone and Tyvis 971, or you can go to the YouTube channel. Just go to YouTube, 971 The Fan, click on T-Bone and Tyvis and hop in the chat. You can leave them there as well. You know, another thing you could do is hit the fan app, hit record audio, and then you could tell us about it there. You got about 30 seconds, so make it work. The Buss family, right? Jerry Buss was the longtime owner of the Lakers, passed away. His kids have run it. They sold it this year to the guy who owns the Dodgers. I think his name's Mark Walter, I want to say. Anyway, now the Lakers, people thought they would never sell. Well, they did. They sold it for $10 billion. There's a great article on ESPN.com if you're interested in this sort of thing, because it's more than an NBA story. It's a family infighting story. Hearing the drama that the Buss family had behind the scenes, I'll give you just one example, but part of this, there are some quotes where Jeannie Buss apparently was very jealous of LeBron getting credit for turning around the Lakers when she had been running it and it hadn't been going well. LeBron came in. They suddenly got much better. She didn't like that he got all the credit for it. She has now since come out and denied, said this story is false. But this reporting, it's from Baxter Holmes, who wrote for ESPN. Baxter. This part of the story is what got me. So if you don't know, the Buss family has 6 kids. Well, 4 of them are from Jerry Buss, and the mom, who has whose name is escaping me, who they were married for many, many years. Well, unfortunately, Jerry Buss had a little issue with cheating.
Little infidelity.
Yeah. So the mom had said, listen, don't ever have kids with another woman ever, okay? And he said, I make you a promise I will never do that. Then 20 years after they had their 4 kids, he broke that promise and had 2 boys with
Joanne Mueller? Mahler?
Joanne was the mom of the Buss, right?
Yes.
Okay. So the thing is, they had this promise of like, I will not cheat on you, which seems like a promise that every marriage would have, but
it's kind of in your vows.
Right. It seems like that's, I mean, again, not that everybody keeps it. I'm just saying it's not unique to that situation, right? A lot of people have had that promise.
Well, they say he was known to be a playboy.
Okay. Well, here's the thing. Apparently part of the history, I didn't know about
allegedly.
This. Joey and Jesse Buss, the 2 youngest brothers, who are obviously now grown adults, but they are about 20 years younger than all the other Buss siblings, but they're part of the ownership group because Jerry left the team to all 6 of his kids.
Mm-hmm.
However, they are from another relationship. They are not from.
Her name's Karen.
Okay, Karen. Well, in a conference call while they were debating whether or not to sell the team, apparently Jeannie Buss, on a call with a bunch of other people, said to Jesse Buss, quote, you should have never been born.
Dang.
Given the fact that our dad made this promise to our mom and then he broke it. You don't even deserve to be here.
Dang.
Which I just, 1, bad enough to say that, and 1, bad enough to think that, 2, bad enough to say it, 3, bad enough to say it that they said in this article, 3 different people who were on the call confirmed that this is what happened. Like, This was not just him and her on a one-off phone call where he's saying it, she's denying it. Multiple people were on this call where they heard Jeannie Buss tell her brother, you should never have been born. All over money. So
fighting over money.
Just reminds me of how fickle the ownership groups are for some of our beloved sports teams, where it's like, this is all it took. This infighting apparently is what caused them to decide to sell the team, where they previously were never going to sell. But because some spoiled brats who've never done anything in their life worth value, now they were born into a family that owned this team, they can ruin or change a franchise just because of infighting. So there you go. Anyway, read the article, ESPN.com. It's great. It's a fantastic read on just the psychosis that goes on with these rich kids who own these teams. It's unbelievable. All right, we've got some cold weather on the way. So we thought Meredith Garfalo, 10 TV meteorologist, she'll give us an update. What can we expect this weekend? Because there's a lot of cold weather coming our way. How bad will it be? She'll get us the update in 2 minutes. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, the roads are getting really slow if you're passing Worthington and heading downtown. It's a crash on 315 southbound, just passing State Route 161. Lanes are restricted and down to 17 miles per hour for your travel times this morning. Also want to check in on a crash over by Hilliard, so a little bit more west of the city. It's happening on 270 southbound at Cemetery Road. That left shoulder is blocked, but also still pretty slow at 21 miles per hour. I'm 10 TV's Brina Albizu with your fan traffic.
Everybody, it's Berm here. Jeremy Birmingham from the Austin and Berm Show on 97.1 The Fan, and I have the least exciting update I can give you. Awaken 180 is still working. That is actually fairly inconvenient because I don't have anything dramatic to complain about. I'm 5 weeks in, I'm down over 30 pounds, and there hasn't been a single plot twist. There hasn't been a stall. There's no mystery week where everything stops making sense. I simply follow the plan, I eat what I'm supposed to eat, and the scale does what it's designed to do too. Weight loss usually feels like a guessing game where you're constantly waiting for the other shoe to drop, but Awaken 180 doesn't. There's structure, there's coaching, and there's zero need for motivational speeches in the mirror. I'm not negotiating with myself. I'm not starting over every Monday. I'm moving forward, enjoying the ride, feeling a whole lot better, and watching years of bad habits quietly get undone. Do what we all did and make your own 180 with Awaken 180. Go online at awaken180weightloss.com, 844-346-1800. Awaken180weightloss.com.
As a teacher or coach, do you ever feel overwhelmed supporting kids' mental health?
Teachers need tons of help.
I had never experienced players being so down that they can't even participate.
It's so important that we are constantly educating ourselves.
It's the same as the CPR class to me. We're trying to save a life here.
The Kids Mental Health Foundation has free tools and information developed by experts. Scan the QR code or check out kidsmentalhealthfoundation.org to get started.
Just when you thought afternoons couldn't get any dumber.
You fellas been doing a bit of boozing, have you?
Common Man and Tinley.
Weekdays from 3 to 6.
Your home for dumb. The Fan. The only contraband hiding in Tyvis's butt cheeks is a Kit Kat bar. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Question of the hour. We kind of stumbled into this. Best sporting event you ever saw live? Now, Tyvis, obviously, you played in a lot of great sporting events, but
that is not fair.
No, but the ones that you're saying as a spectator, you said the Wisconsin game.
I'm really sitting here thinking, like, as a spectator, like, what has been some good ones? And I realized that it's not a lot of, I don't really go see a lot of games. Yeah. It's kind of sick. I watch them all at home.
I know. I do a lot of that too, but I've been to a few that have actually turned out to be pretty great. We got a bunch of you in the chat with thoughts. Phoebes said best event was the Blue Jackets versus Tampa, games 3 and 4 when we swept their asses. Yeah, that'd be pretty good. AJ says I was at the 0-2 State Michigan game. Yeah, that's a pretty good one. I would say that one definitely qualifies. And then Patrick says I was at the Cotton Bowl last year with Jack Sawyer with the return.
That's a good one.
Yeah, those are all pretty great.
I know he probably lost his mind when he scooped and scored that thing.
Yeah. Dennis said, unfortunately, I was at the Drive in Cleveland. So
that's terrible.
He said he camped out for the tickets, too.
That's terrible.
That's right. So it's like,
I feel bad for him.
I mean, it's a great game. It's an NFL historic game, but it's also a game that you definitely don't want to root for.
I feel bad
if you're a Browns
for him.
fan.
Wow.
Meredith Garfalo is joining us now from 10 TV. Good morning, Meredith.
Hi, good morning. I mean, is this Tyvis and his best friend? I mean,
oh, you like that?
I do like that.
For those not watching on YouTube, Tyvis has his fat head that you're sitting here with as we're talking.
I thought that looked like you, but I was like, something's different.
This came about because Eric Reeser decided I was doing the Big Ten tailgate show, and they had these out in the crowd. And he was like, go get that fat head. I want that. And I was like, okay.
That is cool.
And we kept it in the studio since.
That's great. See, that's good.
Where's yours, T-Bone?
I don't know. They didn't make one for me. I'm just.
It's a lot of material.
Yeah. They have a different company for me. It's called Fat Body instead of Fat Head. They have all the above.
Oh my gosh, I can't even.
Meredith, we're talking about best events, sporting events that you've watched live. Do you have one off the top of your head?
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I'm sure with all your weather coverage, you've been at so many live sporting events. But
I mean, if we're talking weather, I have to say there was that one Browns game, and I think, was it against the Steelers they played in Cleveland, and that lake effect snow was like
Are you talking about
so
last
intense.
year?
Last year.
Jameis Winston.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
That game was insane.
Yeah,
Either that or when the Buffalo Bills, I can't remember who they were playing this year, and it was just dumping. I mean, talk about real football, like getting in there.
Don't start.
See, this is.
I know, we're back on this one.
Tyvis will never, Dylan and Tyvis will never agree with me on this. They love it to be 70 degrees indoors.
Right.
Well, good news, you're getting that in Cleveland eventually.
It's coming. So many new stadiums are going to be that way. So.
Yeah, that's true.
They heard you, Ty. They heard you.
So I have been hearing that I don't want to be alarmist about the weather.
Of course.
However, the national weather, everything you're seeing is this could be one of the storms of all storms coming through in the next few days. I know it's a very tough thing to predict, but what are we hearing for Columbus and for Ohio? But then, the bigger picture stuff too.
I mean, you have to think about this. Our impacts here in Ohio could be 100% different than Houston or Dallas, who's not prepared for a winter storm. When they have them, it can be crippling, whether it's the power, the infrastructure, whether it's ice storms like they could see in Atlanta. I mean, it depends where you're at, and that's going to be how you could say how impactful this storm is. Could this be a historic or a significant storm? I mean, that's yet to be determined. We're still pretty far out, but I do think there are going to be some really bad impacts across the country, but specifically here. I mean, I've been spending so much time this morning talking to people because there's a lot of, what do I call them, armchair meteorologists that are out there that'll just post one model, or you look at your app and that's showing one model, and that model is showing 15 to 20 inches. But that's only taking into account one set of information. The best meteorologists, like myself and our team, we're the ones taking all the data out there. Kind of look like a playbook for football, right? We're taking all the different possibilities and we're trying to predict what we expect is going to be happening, but also prepare for the worst as well as the best.
So what we're looking at now, I have seen models, or I guess I've seen on my phone, where it does say it could be upwards of 4 to 8 inches theoretically. Is the way from what I've seen, it's Central Ohio south. The further south you go, the worse it's
Correct.
predicted to be, right? So
that's how it is right now, yes.
Yeah, if you have plans for this weekend around Ohio, maybe if you're going up to Cleveland or if you're going down to Cincinnati, that could be two very different experiences, right?
Well, it depends when you leave. For example, I was supposed to go for a baby shower in Cleveland on Saturday. I have to work now on Sunday morning, but for people that are thinking of traveling, I mean, it's all going to depend on what time the snow starts and if the plows can keep up with the snow.
I got my mother's getting married for the 4th time.
Congratulations.
Well, you better leave early, is all I can say. Saturday
Powell.
morning looks good.
So Saturday morning looks good up there. Coming back, it's snowing down here, right?
Yeah, you might have a real slow, long drive coming back.
Yeah,
so just a heads up on that.
And I need to get up out of there soon.
I would, for sure.
I also looked at the on the app, looked ahead. I've been watching you guys on 10 TV, and what I keep seeing are 1-digit temperatures, and then I see sometimes a little line, a negative next to some of the temperatures. And then I looked, it was Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We're not getting any relief from the cold, right? Once we get this stuff in, it may stick around for a little bit too, right?
See, that's the problem is before the snow even starts to fly this weekend, we have a huge round of Arctic air that swings through, and you'll start to feel it today. But tomorrow afternoon, temperatures will be plunging. I mean, by the time you're heading home from work on Friday, the feels like will be below zero. And every morning, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday at minimum, we're going to have the feels like because of the wind below zero. So you've got potentially dangerous cold. And then this weekend, you're going to have that snow. So a lot of things to think about, shoveling your driveway. I mean, I'm going minimum right now, 4 to 8 inches. And I hate to give numbers, but so many people are saying out there. That's why I'm saying my minimum number would be 4 to 8 if we stay on track. But yes, there is a possibility. It's not confirmed yet. We could get more than 8 inches of snow here in Central Ohio.
I thought we was close to spring.
Spring training.
Tyvis, where do they do that? They don't do it here. They do it in Florida and Arizona for a reason, because it's not going to be warm here anytime
Dylan
soon.
knows what's up.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't know. Tyvis doesn't know what a calendar looks like. It's still January.
Yeah, come on, man.
Didn't we have a 60-degree day in January?
Probably.
First week of January was like 50s and 60s.
Yeah.
Where that's at?
No, well,
That's abnormal.
We can skip this winter stuff.
Tyvis, what's the phrase we've been using today?
Cap.
Right. That was not real.
But you know who's going to have better weather than us? The NFL playoffs on Sunday. If they were East Coast, we would be in trouble. But I looked in Denver game in the 20s and then 40s for Seattle as we go into the evening. So sorry, your over and under is not going to have that extra love like last weekend, Dylan.
We'll find an edge somewhere else.
There you go. All right, Meredith.
Rams, right?
I'm a Rams girl.
Okay. All right.
By association, as I like to say.
I hate to tell you this, but Seattle paid me for a year and a half, so therefore,
But do you think the Broncos are going to be able to do it without the quarterback?
Sean Payton is a really good play caller. He really is. At the end of the day, when you get this far into the playoffs, quarterback play always comes into the
right.
He's got to be able to make those plays. Not saying that he can't, but
right.
So
Patriots defense is pretty good.
This is the last real weekend of football in my mind, because the Super Bowl is for like the casuals. That's for I'm here to watch commercials. I'm here to eat my chips and dip. Like
Bad Bunny,
AFC and NFC Championship weekend. Those are like the last two real football games.
Right.
Super Bowl's like its own separate event.
Can I add one more thing? Because we have a Blue Jackets game Saturday night. I want to tell fans and players and whoever's going, by the time you're heading home from the game, I would be concerned about heavy snow potentially starting.
All right.
And if you're parking your car outdoors, just know you're going to need to potentially start to brush things off, because I know a lot of people will be on the roads going to and from the games. Saturday night, you want to watch the forecast very closely.
Good to plan ahead. That's right. You can keep it all locked on 10 TV, 10 Plus for the latest updates there. Meredith, we'll let you get back to it, but thanks so much for popping in.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, we'll hit the buzzer next. It's T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, the roads are getting really slow if you're passing Worthington and heading downtown. It's a crash on 315 southbound, just passing State Route 161. Lanes are restricted and down to 17 miles per hour for your travel times this morning. Also want to check in on a crash over by Hilliard, so a little bit more west of the city. It's happening on 270 southbound at Cemetery Road. That left shoulder is blocked, but also still pretty slow at 21 miles per hour. I'm 10 TV's Brina Albizu with your fan traffic.
I wish I'd gotten treated for my erectile dysfunction sooner. Men, I hear this all the time from our patients. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health, and if ED is a problem in your life, resolve to get it treated today and stop having it affect you and the one you love. ED is simply a medical condition, and it's fully treatable. And at Tri-State Men's Health, we have treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases, which means if you're like most guys, your ED will be a thing of the past. In fact, you could be having great sex within a day or two of your first appointment, and you'll likely find you're performing like you haven't in a long time. It's the new year. Resolve to get your ED treated and change your life. Call us at Tri-State Men's Health. Your initial visit is only $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com. That's tristatemenshealth.com. We have 2 convenient locations in the area to serve you in Hilliard and Westerville.
What can ADP do for small business? We help answer the business questions, like how do you track employee time? How do you do payroll taxes? Or what does compliance even mean? So small businesses can focus on bigger questions. Now florists can ask, can we invent another holiday to sell bouquets? Pizza shops can ask, how do we stuff a calzone into a pizza crust? And pool cleaners can ask, what is that thing in the filter? These are the questions you can focus on when ADP takes care of the business of your small business. ADP for small business.
Hey, it's Anthony, and of all the things you think about for a new year, the one thing that should be right at the top of your list is comfort and foot pain relief. I've told you my personally fit arch supports from the Good Feet store have made a massive difference in my life every day. Every time I leave the house, I feel supported, aligned, and I know my body is going to feel better. Not just my feet. My knees feel better. And of course, my lower back. They are so much different than just the over-the-counter insoles. My Good Feet arch supports are designed to balance and strengthen my feet, and I always feel like my feet are being guided into their ideal position. They're strong, supportive, and flexible. I will never wear a pair of shoes without them. When you go to the Good Feet store, you'll get a comprehensive foot analysis by their trained specialist. You'll get a digital foot scan that helps design your personal arch support system, and of course, any follow-up support you need. They have more than 3 decades of helping customers. Make an appointment right now online at goodfeet.com. Good Feet, good life.
Statistics show that roughly 20 veterans die by suicide every day in the United States. Canines for Warriors is the leading nonprofit organization providing highly trained service dogs to veterans with PTSD and other invisible wounds of war. Backed by scientific research, Canines for Warriors has transformed the lives of more than 1,000 veterans, helping them reclaim their independence. To find out more, please visit caninesforwarriors.org.
It may be winter outside, but inside the Ohio Expo Center, it's golf season. The Columbus Golf Show is back for 3 days only, January 23rd, 24th, and 25th. Save up to 70% on golf equipment, accessories, and apparel, even vacation packages. Test the newest clubs, compete in skills competitions for great prizes, and get a free lesson from a PGA pro. Come tee it up indoors this weekend at the Ohio Expo Center, January 23rd, 24th, and 25th. For tickets, go to columbusgolfshow.com.
Your mornings are jam-packed. So if you're going to add anything, make it your favorite bite from Tim Hortons. Buy any size beverage and add a daily baked donut for $1, a tasty bagel for $2, or a freshly cracked hot breakfast sandwich for just $3. It's the best way to add more to your morning. The 1-2-3 menu, only at your neighborhood Tim Hortons. At participating U.S. restaurants, must ask for offer in restaurant. Tax extra exclusions and terms apply at timhortons.com/offer-terms.
Bishop and Friends.
The things that he's most interested to tell me is the weather. 82% of our conversations are about how the weather is here and how the weather is there.
Bishop and Friends, sponsored by Diamond Cellar.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on The Fan. It's almost Football Friday. All play and no work.
Sponsored by Tansky's Sawmill Toyota.
Your home for football, The Fan. Your home for football, food, and fun. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
You can tweet the program at Bone and Tyvis 971. A few of you weighing in on our discussion about best sporting event you've seen in person. We had, I just lost them. Where'd they go? Hang on. I'll pull it back up. Joshua Perry is joining us, by the way, in the studio. Didn't mean to undersell that point. You're filling in for Eric Reeser Day on Bishop and Friends.
Yes, I am.
So be thinking of yours. These are a couple. This one's from Steven, who said best game in person was the triple overtime game against Phillip Rivers and NC State in 2003. Buckeyes won that game. I forgot. I was at that game, too.
You was at that game?
Yeah, I was.
I
was shouting for my guy, Lydell Ross, back before he got his strip club bucks.
I think he said he got like 3 PI calls that game.
Oh, there were a lot of PI calls in that game.
I'm a little lost. What are we doing here?
Oh, Tyvis is just holding up his fat head for some reason. He did it in the last segment. He's doing it this segment.
He's jealous. Are you jealous? Do I look like this?
Not anymore.
Hey, the beard's growing back, though. We're starting to get the beard all the way back.
Josh, is there an event, a sporting event that you attended? Or if you could go back, because for me, I wish, I'm glad that I made the play against the team up north, but I wish I could have seen it as a fan.
Okay, that's fair.
Is there a play of yours that you wish you could have seen as a fan?
Not really.
Dang, Josh, what's wrong with you?
There's not like I don't.
What about your pick in Minnesota?
Please, I'm not. So
Josh has one career pick, Minnesota.
No,
hey,
that's good. It was Kent State.
Oh, Kent State. Excuse me.
I don't want to go back and see that. There was a play though where Von Bell had a pick 6 against Minnesota.
He did.
And it was because I smacked the quarterback, and it should have been targeting.
Oh,
but they didn't call it. So I would actually go back and watch that play.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
You target the quarterback.
Oh, I hit him
that is a rule.
Right under the chin.
Wow.
Full launch. Had qualified all the qualifications of targeting.
Mike in the Twitter handle says that Tyvis's 2-point interception up in Michigan, he was there for that.
I wish I could have watched it as a fan.
He was also there, he says, for the Kenny G comeback. Kenny Guyton.
Oh,
The
man.
Purdue one?
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah,
Wow. Those are some good ones
I
there.
was so reassured. I mean, technically, I watched it.
That's right. You were a spectator.
That was one that I don't even know how we struggled that game.
I'll tell you how.
They called it was a defense.
Oh, we were bad. And I had to play that game, too, because we were banged up. I was not ready to play.
Josh.
True freshman.
Oh, yeah.
You know what, though?
Was not ready.
It's crazy because the next year in 2013, when I was playing nickel, there was games that we would go into because I was also the backup strong safety because,
Yes.
CB went down.
Yep.
So I would go into those games and be the backup strong safety but not know what to do.
Oh, brother.
I was confused.
I was playing Sam and Mike in 2013. I was confused as hell, too. I was like, what are we doing? And that was back.
No reason why
that was back when we had
colors.
That was back when we had colors. Your boy, you can't cut the pie too many ways.
Colors. It was like 8 calls in one call.
You'd start off 2 by 2. It's one color, and then they'd motion. Oh, it's a different color. Oh no, he just motioned. Now he's off the line of scrimmage. This was the worst defense you could have ever played in.
But you know what?
I had to know 2 positions, and I'm like, I don't know what you want me to do here.
What's sad is it was an NFL style thing. Like I went to the NFL and we ran it in San Fran. It was like, it's easy. But at Ohio State, I could not get it.
Not when you're 19 years old.
I guess.
Just real quick before we get off of this reliving the glory days thing, I went on my PFF not that long ago.
Oh, yeah. Let's talk about your.
Here it is.
And they had.
Pro Football Focus.
They had some stats there from 2014 and 15, so I went ahead and took a look. And would you believe it? Tyvis Powell missed like 19 tackles in 2014 and another 16 in 2015.
I believe it.
Probably because he had some bad angles he's taking on those tackles.
Your boy missed 2 tackles in 14 and 5 in 15.
Oh, look at that.
Good for you.
Yeah, that was a real tackler.
And he's playing on the second level. You're playing on the third level.
I mean, it's not a lot of space, you know.
Well, there weren't a lot of tackles getting back to you. That's the crazy part because I was making all of them. So the fact that you missed that many is crazy.
What's crazy is
I'm just saying.
There was even crazier.
What's up?
I feel like I was like 4th in tackles on the team those years.
Yeah.
So just imagine I could have been like 2nd. I wasn't getting 100 tackles like you and Quan, but
I'm just
But like I think I averaged like 75 tackles like my last 2 years. So I could have been a good 90
You
guy.
could have had another 15.
People don't know this, but I was a big fan of Tyvis as a player.
I can find the ball. At least I can get to the ball.
See, I was a big fan of Tyvis as a player and yours, Joshua. However, doing this job, we obviously are critical sometimes of certain things we see in the moment.
Oh, yeah.
And then we don't realize later on we're going to be working with some of the people that we were critical of.
Yeah.
And we also don't realize how big you guys are in person. So that's always fun. But with Tyvis, I went back and dug up because I was like, I wonder if I ever said anything about Tyvis when he was playing. And sure enough, actually a couple people sent it to me too when we announced that we were going to be doing the show together. There is I forget if it was, I think it was an Indiana game maybe. Because I looked up
it was probably the Tevin Coleman one.
It probably was. Yes, that's right. Because there was a tweet I had that was like, oh, look, another terrible angle from Tyvis Powell. He's shocked by this.
Yeah, man. Geometry wasn't my thing.
It's
man.
okay because Mike, Common Man, years ago when I first started doing shows here, sat down with him. We were talking about different roles. And the first thing I said to him was, after the Michigan State game in 2015, I was listening to The Fan. And I remember some of the things you said about me. And he was like, oh, okay. So, yeah.
Wait, you particularly?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. What'd you do?
The second half of that game was as miserable of a half as I've ever played. I wake up in a cold sweat
in
2 nights a week thinking about that. It was
that was my best work. You know that was my best graded
Of course it
game?
was because you stole my superpowers, clearly.
Clearly not. But do you also know first play of the game I was about to get knocked out of the game? Did you not know that? So the first play of the game, I had to tackle the running back because for some odd reason the run fish just wasn't working.
Okay, all right, here he goes. For some odd reason the run fish just wasn't working.
Just had to say.
I'm glad you made the tackle, by the way.
But when I hit the guy, my shoulder went numb.
Oh, yeah.
Like I had a stinger.
So you felt what it was like to be a linebacker.
Correct.
Then. Okay.
So I thought it was dislocated.
Sure you did.
So I was like on the ground, and I remember standing up, looking to the sideline. You remember Eric Glover Williams?
I do.
He was a corner that got converted to safety.
Yeah.
He was my backup.
Oh, no.
Exactly. I looked at him. He looked at me, and he looked at me like, no, you got to stay out. So I had to shake it off and just kept playing. But, I had a stinger in the game. First play of the game.
The first half of that game, they were running screens. They were like, whatever it was. And I was on it. Like, I was seeing it. It was happening. They come out in the second half, and they start running these counter plays. And I could not see the pullers to save my life. Like, I was not in the gap I needed to be in. And it'd be like 6-yard run, right where I was supposed to be. And I just could not get right. And I think about this twice a week. I'll just wake up in the middle of the night and be like, what if I played better? What if I played better?
Oh. So you blame yourself?
Oh, in a lot of ways. I also blame the offensive staff. But we don't have to get too far into that. As poorly as I played, we gave up 14 points in the last second field goal. It should be enough to win. As poorly as I played.
Oh, I feel like there's going to be some current Buckeyes and Buckeyes from this year who may have similar thoughts in years. That's for another time.
It's on us. It's on us.
Joshua Perry in with Bo Bishop and Bishop and Friends. He'll be there too with Ryan Baker. All three of them coming up next, right here on The Fan.
Shove it down your throat.
It's time for the buzzer.
Sponsored by Logan AC and Heat Services. Feeling the chill? Call the experts at Logan Services now for hot deals on Train furnaces, including 0% APR for 60 months.
All right, so this story I think is pretty cool. Although I have watched this woman play hockey. She is a dog. She is awesome. And also watching her play against the Buckeyes has not been my favorite thing. But Layla Edwards plays for Wisconsin. She is fantastic, but she's also from Cleveland.
Oh.
And she's made the U.S. Olympic hockey team, the women's hockey team. She is going to play on that. And the problem is, it's in Italy. And her family has said, hey, getting to Italy is not the easiest thing for us. It's very expensive.
Correct.
They put up a GoFundMe to say, we want to get there, but we're going to need a little help. Well, the Kelsey brothers have stepped in. Travis and Jason Kelsey have both said, we're going to go ahead and take care of that for you because they are from the same Cleveland suburb as her families. Apparently. They're all from the same area. So, they're going to cover that for them so they can go watch their daughter play in the Olympics.
Is the gal from Minnesota going?
Oh, I don't know, but I haven't looked at the whole roster yet.
She better be.
The one who did the between the legs. Oh, yeah. She dribbled the puck off the ice.
She cold.
Yeah,
I feel like in this day and age where we can pay student athletes and do NIL deals, we shouldn't need the Kelsey brothers to have to pay on a GoFundMe.
No kidding.
Yeah, it feels a little bit insane.
I'm sure the Olympics have some rule, though, where it's like, oh, you're a woman, you have to be an amateur. Yeah. Oh, you're a guy, you can play in the NHL for 20 years, and we're fine with it.
For sure.
All right. Bishop and Friends coming up next. Have a great rest of your Thursday. We'll be back tomorrow. T-Bone and Tyvis on The Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, traffic is just still building on 315 southbound, just passing 161 and closer to Worthington. Lanes are still restricted, folks. And delays pretty eminent this morning. As for that detour, if you can, get off 315 completely and take Linworth Road and Olentangy River Road instead southbound. That takes you all the way to Bethel Road. Once you head there, head eastbound, get you back going on 315. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your